Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Hello.
Do, ti, la, so,
Me.
Hello. Does this sound right, guys? Hello. Is it?
Yeah. Hello.
You're coming in
Goosebumps. Goosebumps.
Hello. I'm Jovial Bob. Hello.
Goose,
yeah.
goose, goose,
Right.
goose, goose.
R.L. Stein's Goosebumps.
Red leather, yellow leather.
She sells seashells by the
Oh, you couldn't do that one.
I'm feeling really good and I'm warmed up for this podcast recording.
seashells.
Yeah.
Sea cells by this.
It's close enough, you know. But did you guys hear? There's a story going around. I saw it on the news.
Oh.
That I didn't realize this, but there's like a podcast ghost.
A podcast?
Have you heard about
That's
this?
not
Yeah.
No.
That sounds like something we should know about.
I know.
I do
right?
feel like it's important.
Yeah. Apparently, this ghost like haunts podcasts, like certain episodes of podcasts where they talk about the Phantom of the Auditorium.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, that's extremely specific to our current situation, Bob. I'm kind of concerned by that.
Yeah, I didn't think about talking about it, but yeah, it seemed appropriate for this episode. Anyway, I got to go to the bathroom real quick, so why don't you guys, talk amongst yourselves.
Just a bio break.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, sure. So
How's that weather?
Bramden, how's it going?
Yeah, Barry. Wario.
Oh,
fuck.
It is I, the Phantom
my God.
of podcasting.
Oh my God!
Oh, no. What are we gonna do?
I am up on this scaffolding. It seems kind of it's a little rig. I almost fell there. I'm here to haunt your fucking podcast.
Oh my
God, I
God!
can
How are
see
we gonna
him.
record now?
I curse. By the way,
Oh,
He's about to swear.
that's like even worse.
I'm here to make your podcast unmonetizable.
No! Oh!
Oh, he fell.
Ooh!
Oh, my leg.
That's
Yeah, that looks nasty. That looks nasty, man. Ooh!
Is that what kind of fracture is that?
What is that bone sticking out?
Yeah, that's the bone.
That's a compound fracture.
Ooh! Nasty, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
Can you guys drag me to the trap door? I need to make an exit.
I don't know if we
Okay.
should.
I mean, you did curse our podcast. Can
Yeah.
you take that back? Or you well, no, you cursed on our podcast. So can
Yeah.
you?
I'm bleeding out. Maybe we can talk about this later.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll pencil it in. Yeah.
You know what? Let's help him out. We'll figure out
Okay.
if we're cursed later.
Okay. Drag him out. Well, it's not funny. It's
he's
not
not
funny.
dead
I
yet.
shouldn't laugh. It's certainly not funny.
It's a little funny.
Laughing at me.
So, are you like a ghost?
I mean, I broke my fucking leg. What do you think I am?
He's one of those ghosts with legs that can break.
Yeah. Okay. So, a breakable ghost. A highly breakable.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Just drag me to the fucking... Oh, my God. Can someone give me
Okay,
some
all right.
fucking painkillers? Oh,
All right. Okay. How do you open this trapdoor? I don't even know you do that.
it's a little peg.
Pegs. Okay.
I don't see it. Sorry, this is
okay.
This is gonna take a sec. Just hang out.
insert peg. Hey, should we take your mask off or something?
I mean,
Oh.
I think he's dead.
Oh no.
Well,
Oh, this is awkward.
this
is awkward.
maybe he was already dead. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I hope Bob comes back from the bathroom soon.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to You Can't Scare Me. It's a Goosebumps podcast. One of many, apparently. There are a lot of there are a lot of us out there covering the good old jovial Bob. Well, I'm Bob, but I'm not so jovial. I'm like relatively jovial. And with me today is my good pal Mario.
Well, hi, it's me. It's Mario, the cool ghoul who's everybody's pal. And I think this is the best Goosebumps podcast. So, you know.
Controversial opinion. What about
That's a hot take.
Brandon, what do you think? Do you have a hot take?
Hi, I'm Brandon. My jovialness is middling, and I think it's a pretty good podcast. I think it's a pretty good podcast.
Yeah, too many skits at the beginning of them, I think. Just get to the content,
we don't do skits, so that's why I think we're
of the skits.
Yeah, we never do skits, so that's why we're the best.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, when YouTubers do skits, it's always the worst thing.
Yeah, we're you know what? We are so expertly focused, honed,
We're
taut,
loathsome.
lean.
That's why we run a tight ship around here, where all of our podcasts are around 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Brandon. I actually we got someone on the YouTube who asked a very important question. At Dog Shades.
Good name.
They on YouTube, they wanted to know. On the Ghost Beach episode, they ask, okay, I'm sorry to pry, but with Mario being open and unabashed about being a medical examiner, what exactly is Brandon?
What is Brandon?
I'm sort of like a fungus.
How do you taste?
Mostly.
Do you know? Are you like chicken of the woods?
Oh, that's a wild question.
I haven't eaten myself yet, but I would probably guess, I don't know, mildly poisonous.
If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself?
Tastes like I might die. I think I would not be able to resist eating myself if I was a hot dog. I'm a hot dog. Let's go. We can go with that. I'm a hot dog.
Okay, you're a hot dog. Okay, thank you for the question at Dog Shades. You got your answer. Brandon is a hot dog.
Hooray!
Yay! So the podcast is haunted. I feel like we should have mentioned that at some point when we started this thing. And do you think we ever talked about that in previous episodes, Mario?
The haunted podcast?
Yeah, this podcast in particular.
I mean, I'm sure, you know what, we've talked a lot. It wouldn't shock me to know that it was in there somewhere. Can I recall us really fleshing out the lore of the haunted podcast? No.
Wait. I don't want to let this go because I'm about to doom myself for all time. I have to make something better than that.
What?
I am 2 eyes blinking in the darkness.
I think the hot dog was good. I think the hot dog was a good answer.
I think we go with both, really. Yeah.
If we get, I mean, I guess it would be okay if we get like fan art and I'm a hot dog with cool shades. That's okay.
that would be sick. I mean, you would be the fan favorite of the podcast, like Poochie.
Like Poochie.
Brandon is YCSM's Poochie, really.
That's so true. That's so true.
I would have to be a lot cooler. I would like to be Pochita, but I'm not that cool.
Oh, well, Chainsaw Man reference.
You reference an anime, so you're definitely not cool.
Yeah,
I've never watched anime, so I'm very cool. And I think that's been established.
Yeah. American Media Mario is what we the nickname for you,
I'm not a nerd ever. Never been one.
Well, do you like Phantoms? Do either of you like Phantoms?
Yeah, I'm pro Phantom.
Can't get enough of Phantoms.
What about auditoriums?
I am ambivalent towards auditoriums.
Yeah.
What if there was a phantom inside of an auditorium?
That upgrades the auditorium.
It definitely increases my interest in auditoriums. Yes.
Well, guess what, y'all? We're doing Phantom of the Auditorium today. This is Goosebumps number 24, baby. And I kind of want to bury the lead on this one. I kind of want to bury how I feel. Y'all can talk about how you feel about it, but I'm going to leave that for later because what's this coming right down the pike? Is it down the pipe or down the pike?
I think it's down the pipe,
I think it can. I think Pike might be a famous what's it called? Obliteration? No, that's not.
Oh, yeah, like what is that Reddit that is full of these?
Spoonerisms?
It kind of. Bone apple tea.
Oh, I was going to say it's like the fact that catch a lift is actually cadger lift. That's what the actual
lift.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yes, a cadger is a person who carries the king's falcons.
Oh,
and you have to carry them with you on like a hoop. So like it's you're literally cadger lifting them. Yeah. Wow, that's an interesting piece of history I just dropped on everyone.
That's fascinating. And while you did that, I quickly looked up famous bone apple teas for anybody who doesn't know. It's Bon Appetit or Bon Appetit. And some people know it as bone apple tea. And I'm looking at a thread full of these. And here's the top. When I was young and the Pina Colada song was on, I used to belt out, quote, "I like pink enchiladas." That's a good one. I like that.
Nice.
I only ever read the word, so I thought epitome was pronounced epitome instead
I
of.
thought that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting into
That's
all
cute,
kind of
though.
meta thesis.
I thought it was nip it in the butt for the longest time. Nip it in the bud. Espresso.
Espresso.
It's delicious. Anyway, we've wildly gone off topic immediately. And by we, I mean me. But the thing that's coming down the pipe, because I work with someone who was very adamant it was pike. And so I don't know anymore. I just straight up don't know. Podcast listener, chime in if you do know for certain. But yeah, coming down the pipe. Why, it's the inescapable march of time.
Yeah, I mean, if you imagine history as like a tube,
Like the internet.
like space, the internet.
Does anyone even remember?
History?
God,
Yeah,
what?
Al Gore is also a tube, and if you did that, it would be like a long tube. I mean, you wouldn't want to make history a tube, I don't think. But it would be, it's like a hot dog made of time.
It's like a circumvecular polywobbler.
And it'd be a very big hot dog. Anyway, if it were a hot dog, I would be opening the bun and looking at this delicious dog called history.
I'll be thumbing open its bun.
This hot dog is a foot long because I've got a bunch of history for everyone today. But and also I'd say not exclusively the history as it pertains to movies, TV, and films, but I will save that surprise for later. Let's start with the year 1994, the month October, a fine month for boys and girls and everyone else. Movies were there. And what could you see in the spookiest month of the year 1994? The Specialist, starring Sly Stallone as Ray Quick, the explosives expert, Sharon Stone, James Woods, and Eric Roberts, a real who's who of who was at the time. This is interesting to me because this is the second movie in 1994 alongside Steven Seagal's On Deadly Ground, where an action star has played an explosives expert. And I don't know what they were doing in 94, but that appeared to be a popular trope.
They were blowing stuff up.
They were blowing stuff up. But not they weren't blowing up. They were blowing up Don Bluth's A Troll in Central Park.
I had that on VHS.
I think everyone had that on VHS. I think any VHS left in your closet long enough becomes a copy of A Troll in Central Park.
That or one of the like 3 VHS tapes for Titanic.
Yes.
Or VR Troopers.
I wish. Hoop Dreams. Hoop Dreams.
I dream of Hoop.
It's a huge deal documentary, won a bunch of awards. And I think it's a funny title. So that's
So you included it. Yeah.
I got a copy of it just the other day because Big Joel said it was one of his favorite movies.
Well, it's apparently a big deal. Again, people quite liked it. It's considered maybe the best documentary ever, according to some. Here's one no one remembers, but for some reason I've seen a trailer for in recent memory, probably because it was on Siskel and Ebert. Exit to Eden. Yes, that's right. This is one of their worst films of 94. Exit to Eden, starring Dan Aykroyd and Rosie O'Donnell, who, and this is pretty buck wild. The trailer for this movie, which I watched in preparation for this, says, quote, "The two straightest cops in LA." That's fucking funny right there. That's fucking funny.
That's a little funny.
Like Rosie O'Donnell right here as one of the straightest cops in LA. Wild shit.
X-Files actually ripped off their Interplay.
Yeah.
I don't actually know if that's true.
No, they're very similar vibes.
That'd be crazy if it was.
That would be.
I mean, Dan Aykroyd believes in aliens for sure.
Well, true. He is really well. Actually, I think he's the straight man of the two. Well, he is certainly the straight man of the two. But anyway, they must go undercover. Would you believe? You're gonna like this. They must go undercover at an S&M themed island resort, almost very similar to Hedonism 2. The wild women, the ripping and the tearing.
The ripping and the tearing. Famously from a previous episode.
Mm-hmm.
Remember in the 90s when BDSM was like, so it's like scary. It's like, man, that you can't do that on TV. No, in a movie. No. And now it's just kind of quaint. It's just kind of funny.
I watched the trailer and thought this is charming. If you've ever wanted to see Dan Aykroyd and Rosie O'Donnell in fetish wear, this movie exists for you and you alone. Hey, but you know what? Fuck all that noise. Guess what else came out this month? It's a little movie. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called Pulp Fiction.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. This is happening now. In the time this book came out, people were talking about Pulp Fiction like it had never existed before.
Big movie.
It's like that and like other big movies like Titanic to a certain extent and like Jurassic Park, where it's just like I legitimately like they're such huge cultural touchstones that like what I kind of forget what it was like before that. Like having Pulp Fiction is just like this huge monumental thing that like it's the references all over the place.
Yeah, and it persists. You still have Vincent Vega looking for the microphone or looking for the speaker.
Oh yeah. The meme of him looking around the room.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so important as to become culturally ubiquitous, like within the exact year it came out, possibly within the month it came out. I got another one for you. This is less important than Pulp Fiction historically, but it is a good one. Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
It rules.
Never seen it.
That's the Scream, Wes Craven. Where he was still interested in doing meta commentary, and so in this movie, the actress from the first Nightmare on Elm Street is being plagued by Freddy Krueger in the real world in which we live, in which the movie Nightmare on Elm Street is a movie and she was the actress in it. And Wes Craven and Robert Englund and everyone plays themselves. And it turns out that Wes Craven writing Nightmare on Elm Street was keeping a demonic force trapped in the scripts he was writing. And when the franchise ended, the demon got out.
That's kind of fun.
It's Freddy Krueger's Evangelion, really.
It's a little bit, yeah.
Like the rebuilds?
Yeah. Yes. Better than those.
Rebuilds are fine. Wait, I thought you didn't watch anime.
Yeah, no, you're right. I've never watched anime.
we watched the last one and we were like, this is super duper fan servicey, which, fine. That's, it's for someone.
I'm trying to get a friend to watch Evangelion because they've never seen it before. Actually, a few friends. I'm trying to do like a movie night where we watch well, I guess it would be a TV show night, but they legitimately haven't seen it because all they know of it is the scene from the movie with Shinji looking at his sticky hand.
Oh, that's not in Rebuild. That's in
that's what I'm saying. It's like they've never seen any of the Ava stuff, and so they haven't specifically because that's all they know of it.
If you want them to
They've
get
had
excited,
a different idea of what it was.
Show them the elevator scene if you want to get them excited.
Exactly. Or the edited one.
Show them the Mega 64 suited version.
That's really good.
Show the version with like Hank Hill and the...
Oh, that's also good. Another film of 94. It's a pretty wild year, actually, or month. Clerks 1?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Huh. Do you want to making fuck Berserker? Did he just say making fuck?
How many dicks did his girlfriend? My girlfriend sucks.
30 dicks.
Was it 37?
I believe it was in the 30s.
There's a Great Depression dick.
So that gave us like a lot. I mean, Jay and Silent Bob were cultural touchstones for like the next 20 years.
Why did I Google search my girlfriend sucked X dicks and not think that I wasn't going to get a shit ton of porn?
Bob, we all make mistakes.
This is the same thing that happened when I looked up on YouTube, like the quote from fucking Harlstein saying dog shit. And I just found videos of dogs shitting.
We all make internet mistakes from time to time.
My internet is nothing but a mistake.
Yeah, it is. It is. So another one important to me, because I've seen this movie approximately 40 times. Stargate. Stargate. Wow. Yeah.
I love Stargate.
Damn, this month was stacked.
This is a stacked month. This is a crazy month. I mean, Exit to Eden alone would have been enough to like.
Man, Stargate.
Hell yeah, man.
Stargate and Sliders occupy a portion of my brain.
Sliders.
Sliders.
It's just like that. Yeah. And then also Squanto, A Warrior's Tale came out from Disney.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that coming out. I don't think I watched it, but I do remember it being on VHS, like seeing it in trailers, coming attraction things before you got your actual movie on VHS. Anyway, yeah. So, okay, I mean, we're talking several pretty big deal movies. Shockingly, the only horror movie in October 94 was Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Damn. You didn't have many options on that one. TV. This is also unbelievably stacked. Number one, I don't know if this means anything to everyone else, but it means a lot to me. Wildcats. Let's fucking go. Wildcats.
Is that like SWAT cats?
Wait a minute. Actually, you know what? I have to correct myself because I read Wildcats and thought it was SWAT Cats. And so I got really excited because I thought, SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron. Let's just talk for a minute and say that I actually already talked about SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron, because it came out in September 93. Wildcats is an adaptation. Here's what's incredible, folks. I'm just such a wonderful knowledge bank of history that I can answer this question already for us. I can just riff on this. Wildcats was an cartoon adaptation of a Image Comics series. Wildstorm was the Image Comics subsidiary, or bought by Image Comics at some point. So Wildcats was like a teen comic from the Wildstorm imprint that eventually became part of Image. And it was basically X-Men, but bad.
Yeah, this looks very X-Men. It looks like
it's highly X-Men.
Main guy looks like a cross between like Cyclops and Omega Red, if that makes any sense.
I think the only thing that's come out of this that anyone cares about whatsoever is Grifter, the guy that has a red face mask and he's just like the Punisher, but he's called. And I can tell you that I also had an action figure of the villain, which was Lord Hellspont. Which I'll let you, dear readers or listeners, find what you feel about Lord Hellspont with a quick image search.
It's important for you to find out that Wildcats, listener, has to understand wild is spelled like wild, and cats has a period after each letter.
Yes,
this is an acronym.
CATS, which is combat action team, covert action teams.
Yeah,
covert action teams.
Covert action teams.
The S should stand for something.
Why is the S doesn't have a period there?
This isn't how acronyms work. Wildcats.
This is in the like Rob Liefeld hell death time.
Liefeld, I believe, did at some point draw this. It would not. I mean, Jim Lee is the creator of it, but it would shock me not at all to know that Liefeld drew this at some point. It feels impossible that he didn't.
It's got
anyway,
Liefeld ass test.
Excitement dropping because
of traced porn.
Liefeld doesn't trace pornography. You're thinking of what's his name?
What is his name?
Is it?
I thought it was Liefeld.
It's not Gene Simmons' kid.
No, that guy. No, that's
that guy traced Naruto. We're in a pickle now.
Greg Land. Greg Land is the guy that traces porn for Marvel Comics. Liefeld's the guy that can't draw feet and puts pouches on everybody. Like he made Cable for the X-Men and puts pouches on everybody, and he can't draw feet, and he gives
most famously the chest of Captain America.
That is Liefeld. Yes, 100%. Anyway, well, my excitement was really high, and then it dropped really low because I was wrong, but I quickly recovered because I'm so good at history. Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills aired this week or this month. This is a Power Rangers parody show. From America, so it's bad, but it does have a funny name. Now here's one we can get excited about that is not an error. A little show called Gargoyles.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gargoyles.
I knew you'd be here for this, Bob. If I felt in my heart that Bob was a Gargoyles fan.
I fucking love Gargoyles. Oh my god.
The spell is broken and I live again.
Oh my god. It's been so long since I've thought of Gargoyles, bro.
Gargoyles with like the entire cast of Star Trek The Next Generation is on this show. Like crazy. Jonathan Frakes is David Xanatos, the villain of Gargoyles. Also, fucking Keith David is Goliath.
Yeah.
Like, let's go, folks. Let's fucking go.
Clancy Brown.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Data is there. He plays Puck. Deanna Troi is there as oh my gosh, villainous gargoyle lady. Is it Desdemona?
I forget. It's been a long time.
It is Demona. It's just Demona. Okay. It's just Demona.
Now I'm thinking of David Xanatos being like, no, that's not correct. That never happened. No.
It never happened. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, David Donato.
Please don't correct me on
We made it up.
Please don't correct me on whatever gargoyle lore I've gotten wrong here. It's been a many years since I've watched Gargoyle, but please know that it holds a special place in my heart because I've watched it all the time.
We want the engagement. Correct him.
I guess correct me if you want. Anyway, I'll say this: it was early days for monster fuckers in the world, because that is a pro monster relationship TV show.
Extremely. Yeah, I just love. I remember so much about this. It's just that, oh, man, it's one of those things where you remember it. It was like your life as a kid, but then as an adult, it's like it's all kind of rusted and you don't know what's what. But I just remember, I have a visceral feeling of this being such a cool fucking show. Like,
oh, it was extremely cool.
Yeah, it was just fucking good, dude. 8.0 on IMDb. Maybe I should watch it again. Fuck.
Maybe we should we all be watching Gargoyles?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hey,
maybe 2026 is the year of Gargoyles.
Write in if you want us to like watch the whole show of Gargoyles and review it like we do with Jovial Bob's works. I don't know.
It might be better. Anyway, okay.
I really want to do that with Beast Wars with you guys, by the way. Anyway,
I'm about to hit you some titles. All right.
Okay.
The Secret World of Alex Mack.
Oh, yo.
Wow.
Okay. Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But guess what? Nickelodeon wasn't fucking done, because Our Real Monsters also aired this month.
Dude.
Yeah. Yes, Wilhelm screen and all.
Yeah. Wow.
I can't remember what this show is about, but Allegra's Window. The name sounds
so
extremely familiar. I cannot for the life of me place what Allegra's Window was.
It looks like it's kind of like.
Oh, it was like a Nick Jr. show. It was a Nick Jr. That's
kind of like what was that other thing that R.L. Stein worked on?
Eureka's Castle.
Yeah,
Eureka's Castle. But what's this? I'm not done with children's shows on Nick Jr. because Gullah Gullah Island premiered this month.
Gullah Gullah Island.
And also I got one more. Speaking of puppets, my brother and me.
I don't remember that one.
You don't remember that one? Okay. This brand is like, yeah.
I don't remember most of these.
You don't remember that? Oh.
No.
Not to take anyone down.
Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. My Brother and Me is not a puppet one. It's an actual sitcom. I'm thinking of
I feel like.
Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not their brother. It's Cousin Skeeter.
Oh,
sorry.
Yes,
my brother and me made me think of Cousin Skeeter.
Yes.
So wow, that's a wow. Okay, I'm getting schooled today. I'm being a bad historian. Anyway, my brother and me is a name of a show that probably has more meaning now than it did then, because if you are a person who listens to the podcast, you already know what I'm thinking about.
Zubumafu.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, so My Brother and Me was a Nickelodeon show, though, and it was a SNCC show replacing Adventures of Pete and Pete.
That was Super Nick.
It also only had... The reason no one remembers it is because it only had one season. Yeah. And also replaced a show that everyone loved, so probably didn't, not a great start. All right. Let's cross the pond to Japan. What was happening in the world of anime? Well, I'll tell you.
Chip chip cheerio, governor.
I literally thought he was talking about going to the UK.
If I said, yeah, chip chip cheerio, it's Japan.
This is the part where we pivot into a Doctor Who show.
Wow, hold on. Let me take off my American hat and put on my a Manga Mario hat. Mysterious Tokyo. Take it easy, dangerous night. Mysterious Tokyo. Pick me up, Foxy. Night game. Blue Seed. Blue Seed is on TV in October 94.
Why does that sound familiar?
Because it's the best opening ever.
Because Mario said Mysterious Tokyo about every 15 minutes when we were in Japan.
Wow, he said that with like resentment in his heart.
I didn't mean it. I often also said Mysterious Tokyo right after, like a call and response.
I'm just imagining you, both of you walking around Japan going, Mysterious Tokyo. Oh, mysterious.
It is mysterious.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it.
Whenever we saw
Getting
something
side-eyed
strange,
by everyone there, like what the
All
fuck?
right, I'll just say this. Miss Blue Seed is a great TV show, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
You know it's a good anime because it features an anime girl with big swirly round glasses.
Beginning when you said big, I had an idea, and then swirly, I immediately fell off.
big, swirly, round. Okay, we're back. Glasses. Okay, well,
Again, you know what? Mock me as a pervert, if you will. But dear listeners, I think you know the importance of the swirly glasses girl in an anime. That's important.
What does that mean?
It's just a mark of good
visual
television.
motif.
It's just a mark of good television.
Swirly.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like,
Okay.
you know. This is just, I'm just going to link an image in the chat. I have no idea what this is. I just searched for it.
I'm just thinking
and
like
you'll understand
X-ray
immediately. No, like that.
I don't. What does that mean?
it's just a
Nothing doesn't
visual
mean, just
motif.
doesn't mean anything. It just is good. It's just a sign of good character design. They don't make characters like this anymore, and they should.
I think
because
it's probably
good.
it's probably like an ancient manga technique for showing like glasses that are fogged up. That you.
I mean, I think it's nerdy. It's like a nerd
Yeah.
thing. Like if you have big thick glasses,
Oh.
you're a nerd. But they don't do this design motif anymore or that often. And like this is
That's
to me,
interesting.
this is like we're in the time of peak here. If you see this kind of glass wear or eyewear. Anyway, no one understands me like my anime friends. No one understands me like my kawaii bishis.
Nobody
Anyway,
knows the anime I've seen.
Exactly.
Nobody knows my hentai.
Magic Knight Ray Earth. If you're a gal, you probably love Magic Knight Ray Earth because it's a fantasy anime for girls, and it's
Everybody
also
loves Ray Earth.
at some point it becomes a giant robot anime for girls.
That's fucking sick.
There's a remake coming out this year,
Oh.
which will probably be worse, but you know. Also, I had a fun conversation on Twitter about this, the X, the Everything app, long ago, years in the past, maybe Blue Sky even, because the automatic closed captionings on Crunchyroll for Ray are terrible.
Are they using like AI?
Yeah, well, it's like replacing the word autozam with autism. Like, you came from autism. But the funny part about Ray Earth is that every character and everything in it is named after a car or like a sports car. So,
It's kind of like Guilty Gear, where it's like the characters
Little
are
bit.
named after like bands or like songs and shit.
a little bit. Moving right along. Macross 7. It's another Macross. There aren't that many of those.
Only 7.
Dark Side Blues. That's a cyberpunk horror from the author of Vampire Hunter D.
Whoa.
And if you listen to the audiobooks for Vampire Hunter D on any website where you can do that, but maybe Audible if you are okay with, that. The guy reading the audiobooks for Dark Horse pronounces the author's name like this. Hideyuki Kikuchi, like he's Italian, and I don't understand.
Hideyuki Kikuchi.
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 He pinches his fingers together when he says it and shakes them.
Hideyuki Kikuchi. Anyway, okay. This is going to be a bit of a wild swing here, but I didn't know what this was, and it's very funny, so I'm going to share it with you now. In this month of this year, an anime came out called DNA Squared. Would anyone like to guess what DNA Squared is about?
Okay.
Oh,
Taking my hands away from Google.
Mm-hmm.
DNA Squared. Is it like Splice, or what was that? What was that sexual horror movie like a while ago? Was that Splice, or was that
that's most horror movies.
I was thinking about Species, but yeah, I think you are.
Species!
But it's not that one, but I know exactly the one you're thinking of, and
My
I think it
guess.
might be Splice.
Okay.
Is that it's a slice of life set on a submarine?
Interesting. Well, Bob, you're closer than Brandon, but
Damn,
Brandon,
damn.
spiritually,
Yes.
you might be closer in what actually happens day to day. Anyway, the plot of DNA Squared is that Junta Mominari is a high school student with a very unusual problem. Whenever he becomes sexually aroused by a woman, his, quote, female allergy kicks in, causing him to throw up. One day, Junta is confronted by a girl in strange clothing who claims to be from the future. The girl, called Karen Aoi, tells him about how the world has become terribly overpopulated in her time, to the point where having more than one child is a crime punishable by death. At the root of this problem is a family of, quote, mega playboys, people with sexual charisma and impulses that that lead each of them to have 100 children that carry the Mega Playboy DNA, causing them and all their descendants to each have 100 children as well.
Okay,
all this started
so
when
it's species, but time traveler kind of stuff, but not kind of really. I don't. What the fuck is
Space
this?
So
What the fuck are you watching, Mario?
All this started with a single Mega Playboy whom Karen has traveled back in the past to deal with. Karen reveals that she is a DNA operator. Her job is to make alterations in people's DNA. They'll change their nature for the greater good of society. She intends to shoot the original Mega Playboy with a DNA control medicine bullet that will alter his DNA in order to relieve him of his Mega Playboy qualities, thus preventing the overpopulation problem from happening. And then she returns in the future to receive the reward that will allow her to finally get a nice husband, cute pet, and sweet, sweet home she yearns for. She then promptly shoots Junta in the head. Junta was destined to become the original Mega Playboy. However, whoops, she shot him with the bullet she was going to use for her husband, and now she has created the first Mega Playboy, and she has to go back in time to prevent him from having 100 children.
That's a lot of story.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
The coolest.
I got a short one for video games here. Doom 2,
Okay.
more Doom. Bubsy 2, more Bubsy.
Mood.
Sonic and Knuckles.
Oh, I love that.
More
for
Knuckles.
For anyone who doesn't remember or didn't experience this, Sonic and Knuckles, the cartridge for Genesis, had a slot at the top where you would pop it open and you could put the other previous Sonic games on top of it, and then inject Knuckles into those games. And Knuckles is so fucking cool. You could like climb around the stages and stuff. Oh man,
That was so cool that you could inject Knuckles
Inject
into the prior
Knuckles.
Sonic games. Retroactive insertion of Knuckles.
And then
Knuckles
famously,
insertion.
Sonic and Knuckles and Knuckles and Knuckles and Knuckles.
Killer Instinct in the arcade.
Oh my God, dude. We were just talking, Rachel and I were just talking about how the music in Killer Instinct is so fucking
The
good.
Killer Groove.
The theme is so fucking good. That was Mick Gordon, wasn't it?
No, that was for the Mick Gordon did them in the new
one?
Killer Instinct.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Gold.
The one by Double Helix.
Yes, Mick Gordon did the soundtrack for Killer Instinct on the Xbox 360.
For anyone who
Or
doesn't,
maybe Xbox One. Sorry.
For anyone who doesn't realize why I know that, it's because Double Helix worked on Silent Hill Homecoming.
Indeed,
They did that, and then they made Killer Instinct, which by
everyone-
counts is like fantastic, and everyone loves it.
Yeah, everyone likes it. It's the way you move in the Killer Groove.
Before we move on,
Also-
can we just real quick?
Combo breaker.
Combo breaker.
Combo breaker.
Fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'll say this: Killer Instinct kind of scared me as a kid because
it was too good.
Saberwolf's stage was spooky.
Oh yeah, yep.
Was too spooky. Spinal.
Was
Yeah, I love Spinal.
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 Spinal. Oh man, so many good memories. It was such a good.
Hey, I played the shit out of it on SNES.
I played the fucking
Yeah.
hell out of it, dude. Yeah, it's so fucking.
Yeah.
I played the shit out of Gold, especially TJ Combo stage.
TJ
and
Combo.
Orchid stage.
Mhm,
Great
mhm,
music.
mhm.
Aw.
Who'd you main?
Mr. Nuts. Oh wait, Mr. Nuts. I made Mr. Nuts and Killer Instinct.
Mr. Nuts.
Spinal on one, Glacius on two.
Glacius. Yeah, Glacius. is so
Everyone, I
fucking
think
good.
everyone used Glacius. Is the
Yeah.
truth?
Yeah, it's like Keelik in a what was it, Soul Calibur, Soul Blade,
Yeah.
where it's
Yes.
just like
was-
it's just easy to
Soul
pick
Edge.
up.
Yeah, I was a
Soul
kid
Edge,
and I was
yeah.
like, I want
And
that
Calibur, both.
nasty teleport attack.
Yeah, you wanted the teleport attack. That's why you
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
Glacius.
It was also the closest to like Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero. So
yes.
a lot of kids would do that.
Anyway, Mr. Nuts came out on Super Famicom. Samurai Showdown 2, pretty fucking cool.
Sam Show.
I don't know if that might be a re-release or not. We've certainly talked about Samurai Showdown in some form or fashion in this program before, but let's just get it out there again. It's very cool. Virtua Cop hit the arcades.
Oh man,
And stayed there for a long
stayed there
time.
for a long time.
some say it's still there.
And you continued to be able to play it at Dave and Buster's for like 20 years.
Now, if I may turn the page of history to a weird little insert note I have here, okay? And this is about a history of books. Fucked up, but true. They existed.
Weird.
No one reads them anymore, and certainly not, ooey gooey books, but there is a little book that is of relevance to this book that we are reading. And it's called, have you heard about this? Folks are talking about this, The Phantom of the Opera, some kind of opera phantom.
What's that?
No, I never really. You know, actually, you're just reminding me. That's actually kind of similar to the name of the book that we read today.
It's pretty buck wild how similar it is. It's as if R.L. Stine maybe read it. It's a 1910 novel by Gaston Leroux, who only became a writer because he wanted to be a lawyer, but blew all of his inheritance gambling. So he had to get a real job.
Wow.
And he became a reporter. And then he became a fan of Arthur Conan Doyle and Edgar Allan Poe and started writing detective stories before eventually writing Phantom in 1909 as a serial. And then it was released as a novel in 1910. And it does have some relation to true events. The chandelier at the Paris Opera House did fall, killing a person. And there were, of course, rumors of there being a ghost in the Opera House. And the underground lake where the Phantom lives or traverses is real. It's a cistern. It does exist below the Opera House, and it's still used today to train firefighters for night swimming and swimming in the dark.
Cool.
Neat fact. Anyway, it's you probably know it. I mean, what is it about? What is the Phantom of the Opera about?
An angry man.
Yes, correct. Point gained.
Ghosts.
Well,
Singing.
now there is an opera ghost, but that is, of course, our Phantom, who is a shitty guy named Eric. He sucks. He's a bad person. He's also has some unfortunate deformities. That's not what makes him bad. Although, if you're reading this in 1910, maybe you do kind of think that. I mean,
yeah. Also, famously, he's bad at tying people up to a sewer grate.
Yeah, so he's a master of noose tying and rope techniques for some reason.
I love that I have never seen The Phantom of the Opera. I only know some of the songs because my mother would listen to them on repeat in the car. I have no idea what we're talking about, what these references are.
I have similar sense memories from that time. I have since seen it, but most of us, I think, at that time grew up with folks who would listen to it. I think.
So the long and short is that there is a soprano at the Paris Opera House named Christine Day. There's an accent in there, so you figure that out. Who is being taught and tutored by a mysterious angel of music. Meanwhile, a mysterious phantom haunts the opera house and sometimes kills people. And it turns out they are the same person. The angel of music and the phantom are one and the same. And it's this guy, Eric, who lives in the the tunnels / lake area beneath the opera house. And he is he refuses to let anyone other than Christine perform. And in the opera, and he eventually kidnaps her because she has a boyfriend or whatever. He's named Raoul, who's like super cool and handsome and dreamy, like a super cool guy. And he doesn't kill anyone. And he doesn't like live in the sewers and smell like crap. But he's not like, he doesn't have the tortured soul, he's not a real guy. He's such a, nice guys finish last. And you just do a couple murders and people suddenly don't like you.
Just a couple murders.
So Eric, the Phantom, eventually confronts Raoul. They fight. He dies. Well, they fight and he allows them to escape before, dying. He will die soon, quote, of love. He dies of love. Many such cases. So it turned out he was like, he built palaces, he was the son of a construction architect person, and so that's how he built his own secret lair beneath the opera house. Anyway, super cool guy, everyone loves him. That's the whole thing. It's you can listen to it for free because it's in public domain. My favorite free audiobook narrator on YouTube, Edward French, it has a recording of it, and you can listen to it.
Cool.
Edward French is very good.
Nice.
It's been adapted so many fucking times, would you believe?
Yeah, it's kind of shocking. I seriously thought there were like maybe 2 versions, and there are so many.
Yeah, we're like hundreds. If we're not even counting the number of like references to it in other media. Like it shows up in fucking Gremlins 2. Okay, there's a like so you got in 1916. They made a Das Phantom der Oper. But that's lost media. Can't find that anymore. But in 1925, Universal. So interestingly, nobody liked this book when it came out, or rather, it was not popular. Especially in comparison to LaRue's detective stories. But in 1925, Universal Studios was looking for stuff to make movies out of, and of course there were like nothing because like history hadn't happened yet, and no one's seen anime. So they were like, I guess we'll use this piece of shit, whatever, and they made Phantom of the Opera starring Lon Chaney, which film historians and critics will tell you the moment when Lon Chaney's mask is removed in that film is one of the greatest moments of all time. Lon Chaney did his own makeup for that movie. And it's all practical effects, of course, because they didn't have anything else. And his makeup was so disfiguring, the camera operator actually lost focus while shooting the sequence, and theaters were urged to have smelling salts on hand because it was causing people to faint in horror at the sight of it.
Some of the people in this theater would have been in war, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
He died like 5 years later.
That's got to be like a fucking like marketing thing, because you remember the movies like I mean in terms of like the smelling salts and stuff, like people
this was like the first jump scare. Like
what I'm trying to say is like it's like probably overblown. It reminds me of I'm really just saying this to remind everybody of the Screaming Skull, famously the Mystery Science Theater, where at the very beginning it says that if we are giving away free coffins in case you die of fright.
I also remember at the very beginning where they said, "All right, who turned up the heat in the hot tub?"
So that was so director Will Castle is the guy that popularized that sort of tactic of sensational tactics of being like, you got to take out a life. One of his films, you had to take out a life insurance policy before you could go see it, and or he would have like nurses waiting outside because it would be too scary in case you. But in this case, I think it was more because like movies were relatively uncommon and people really hadn't seen this kind of thing before. So it was quite shocking. People weren't ready yet. They hadn't seen like Genocyber. They weren't ready. So Song of Midnight, 1937, that was a Chinese film and the very first talkie adaptation of Phantom. Also, critically, the first version of the story to have it be that his disfigurement is due to someone getting acid on his face and not a congenital disfigurement. And eventually everyone started taking that part of the story.
It's more dramatic.
In 1943, they did another remake. By the way, people only talk about remakes. They were doing remakes like every fucking year. They've been doing this for fucking ever. Nobody has any new ideas. They all just keep fucking remaking shit. It had 20 years had passed since the first Phantom. Let's remake it again. They used the same fucking set even, but they didn't make it a horror movie. They made a drama, and they also kept the acid thing, and they added in that this Phantom was taking revenge for his work going uncredited. In 1962, Hammer Horror made a Phantom, which kept the revenge angle from 1943, and importantly here, they had him playing Toccata and Fugue in D minor on the organ, which you can put here now because it's an old as fuck song, so it's public domain for sure, or you could just look it up. It's now become like the standard for the Phantom, and also standard as like a horror sound cue in general. 74, Phantom of the Paradise by Brian De Palma, unbelievable film, incredible. Please go watch it.
It's so good.
One of the best rock operas ever.
Great
Paul
soundtrack.
Williams, a stellar soundtrack. Kicks ass. Phantom of the Paradise, great movie.
It rules. It came out the year before Rocky Horror Picture Show, I believe, and was like kind of the sort of a bellwether of that sort of thing happening, but it doesn't have nearly the I guess the cultural memory.
It does have one cultural memory, and that is that Griffith's mask in Berserk is lifted directly from Phantom of the Paradise. That is the Phantom's mask from this movie.
Yeah.
In 86, Andrew Lloyd Webber got his nasty ass in there and made a musical about it, but we'll talk about that at a different point. In 89, Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger, played the Phantom in Phantom of the Opera, which made it into a slasher movie, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty fucking cool.
It is cool.
He doesn't wear a mask. It's the skin of his victims that he's sewing onto his disfigured face. Kicks ass. Good ass movie. Same year, Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge came out. It's Phantom, but he's in a mall, and instead of playing the organ, he lifts weights, which is very funny. And he still is a master of not tying. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. 91, The Chipmunks, Phantom of the Rock Opera.
Wow.
95, Wishbone. Also 95, Terry Pratchett wrote a Phantom parody called Masquerade. It's a Discworld novel. Yes, I know, Brandon. I thought you'd say that. In 98, Dario Argento was unfortunately still making movies, and he took a swing in which Julian Sands, the Warlock, plays a good-looking man who is pissed off because he got abandoned by a baby and was raised by rats below the opera house. He also has telepathy and fucks rats in this movie.
That's a lot.
So it's a lot to take in.
Isn't that a little...
No, it's a lot. Phantom of the Megaplex 2000. Joel Schumacher adapted Lloyd Webber in his shitty family opera in 2004. In 2015, the Phantom was added as a character you could get in the gacha game Fate Grand Order. And
I thought you were going to say it was added as a DLC, Season 3 DLC in Street Fighter.
No, well, he hasn't come out yet. In 20 years, we'll get that. But he has also, fun fact about this, in that game, in Fate Grand Order, he has claw hands, like knife hands, almost certainly a reference to the fact that Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger, played him in the slasher movie. And I'm so sorry to tell you all that the Dark Universe Phantom was canceled. We're all sad to say there will be no Dark Universe. Alas.
They started too late.
And I'm pretty sure there's at least 2 Phantoms currently in the works right now. So look forward to that, gamers.
Man, we could have had the Cummy. Dark Universe.
And with that, close the book. I'm sorry, that was a lot of history. I hope you enjoyed listening to it.
That was a sincere history.
You know what? I did my best. I do my best every time, and just saying.
All right, and if that's it for history, I think we've got to talk about some covers, Brandon.
That's right, Bob. This is Judging a Book by Its Cover, the part of the show where we do what they say we should not do. You can't scare me, and you can't tell me what to do. All right, so starting with the...
Oh, no.
This late century Jacobean cover features dark purple text and slime on a pink background. The illustration features a caped and masked phantom with long dark hair standing in front of a pinkish curtain. He is grabbing his cloak and causing it to billow out behind him. His other hand is pulling back the edge of the curtain, from within which shines a green light. The tagline is, "He's out to stop the show for good."
That's fine.
It's an okay cover. Maybe a little close to our guy. I would have liked to have seen more of the surroundings, but it's all right.
Maybe something to do with breaking a leg too. I think that could
be a better tagline. I mean, I think that it's a fine tagline, and I think it's a serviceable cover. I think that it's not particularly spooky.
Nah.
Yeah.
I think this is sort of yep, here's the guy. There he is.
The main thing that this cover does well is color. The dark purple and the pink really gel. They look real nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is I think this might be one of those where it's I want some more variety for the Goosebumps covers on the shelf both in color and in like not all being a spooky monster.
In composition and color, it does break up the kind of past few we've had, so I can see the value there.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad. I don't think a kid would look at it and be totally put off by it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's going to draw people in that much, but I think that it's fine.
I just thought that, I mean, this is kind of it's directly referencing the Phantom of the Opera. So like directly referencing one of the like posters for the Phantom of the Opera would have been
they probably
maybe good, but
I mean, I don't know if they would want to reference the musical, although putting them, I mean, the problem is, of course, the musical poster being just the mask in a black background.
Yeah, I guess that's lame.
What can you do besides exactly that? Now, could you reference the cover of the book, The Phantom of the Opera? You could, except that I don't think children would like this image that I'm now sharing with you. I don't know. That's just a pervert. That's a pervert, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do something with the mask, but it's yeah. I don't know. It's a hard one.
It's a little tough.
I also think one thing you could do is what they eventually did for us, a little thing we're going to talk about later.
Cool.
You know, if you haven't seen it, Bob.
No.
Okay. Well, then let's keep going.
Yeah. So the classic cover features the masked and purple cloaked phantom crouching beneath the eaves of a stage. Wow, I mistyped a lot.
The eyes of a
He's pulling his
stage.
cape out to billow. A rose is pinned to the front, and a very strong lens flare is coming from the bright stage lights above. The phantom appears to have a little hole in his neck. The terrible 5-font text, of course, has reprised its role on this classic cover. I mentioned for Bob's sake that the book does contain bonus features.
Thank you.
It's a weird one.
I don't hate this.
I don't either. I actually, is it weird that okay, if all things equal, take away the text.
Yeah.
It's kind of stronger than the original Jacobus.
It's more dynamic than the
There's more
Jacobus
going on
is.
here.
It's the
but these
colors are so good with the Jacobus one, and this one's just, I don't know.
I mean, I'll say this. When I was listening to this, because the audiobook version is, of course, the classic Goosebumps cover, and I saw this little thing in the corner of my screen, I thought, this is a pretty good looking cover, particularly in miniature. Like it was very readable. And I think his pose is dynamic and his mask is a little bit different than the standard. And I think that it's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, it's really not bad. It plays with the trapdoor. The way that he's looking through like the gap between the title, the Goosebumps title and the title of the book. It kind of works.
Yeah, the font doesn't obscure his face.
No, the fact that the font is not obscuring his face is very critical.
Yeah.
Like that's doing a lot.
Not a given.
I question why he's just been bitten by a vampire, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening there. Also, he does have kind of like e-boy hair, which is kind of a wild.
Yeah.
Like he
Officer hair, anime hair, actually, yeah.
Yeah, a little
his
bit.
Cloak looks like a blanket.
He's very kawaii.
I fucking hate lens flares though, and that lens flare
That
just
sucks.
That's a pretty
Anyway.
rad lens flare. All right. So we're going across the pond to the UK. Come on.
UK. Oh, hell yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The wild UK cover presents its traditional slime
Look
as
at the goo.
Fucking tutti frutti.
a
over
truly
here.
delicious looking rainbow goo.
Yeah, man.
From the shoulders up emerges the central figure, an unhinged humanoid with a purple bandaged or robed arm raised in front. The left half of his face is covered by a pale yellow mask with a false yellow eye staring forward and a wild red wig of hair raised aloft as if by static electricity. Beneath the mask, half a person's face is visible, smiling and mouth agape. It is unhinged, but wow, it's eye-catching.
Is this book accurate? Like that mask?
I interpreted this to be Zeke's mask that he used in the first scene.
Yeah.
This is what I thought this was, because the mask that they described when Zeke enters the auditorium for his initial prank sounds a little bit more like a crazy Halloween mask than the play Phantom mask would use. Now, I wish this was the mask the Phantom used the entire time, because this kicks
Green
ass,
Goblin
actually.
shit,
Yeah, this is some dope shit.
Weirdly enough, I really like the detail of the mask eye looking straight forward and Zeke's eye looking at the viewer. It's neat. Also, rainbow goo, man.
Rainbow goo. It
man.
looks delicious. I would eat this goo.
Man. Yeah, I would absolutely.
Yeah, this looks fruity as hell.
This reminds me of the rainbow. What do they call
Sherbet?
it? Airheads. It's Airheads.
Oh, okay.
It's the Airheads that are like the rainbow ones, and they're strips.
Okay. I was going to say I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they sell like smaller ones. Yeah, Airheads Extremes Bites. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
If you put this exact coloring on a package of everlasting gobstoppers, like every color on here could be on that package.
No one would gobstop you.
No fucking God damn it.
French cover.
French cover.
French.
Chair de poule.
Okay.
The majority of this cover features the shadow of a Nosferatu-ass creature.
That's Count Orlok. That's fucking Count Orlok right there.
The hand of
Yeah. The shadow.
You can't see me do this, but you'll understand if I say it, or perhaps listeners will. Is he? Is he bad?
Is he?
So the shadow of this definitely Nosferatu is cast on a red stage curtain. Its claw-like hand raised limply, mouth open. So yeah, there's your
Is he? Nosferatu, a ghoul.
Before we move on, I did want to note that I was looking up sort of Reddit's, like, how Reddit feels about the Phantom of the Auditorium, and one of the posts I found was a picture of the cover of Chair de Poule, and the comment from that post was, quote, "Italian is such an awesome language. It makes everything sound cool."
You were sort
Mamma
of
mia.
close. Mamma mia, what a pizza.
I like the girl's hair being like on end. Like
There is a
she's
child
so
in
scared.
the foreground. It's a blue child's face looking back in terror, its hair raised fully straight up like they have been shocked. Like Marv's skeleton in Home Alone 2.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Yes. That or she's suspended upside down.
The very clear vampire shape is a bit misleading, but I like the hair.
I think it's a pretty good cover.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah.
French cover 2. The second French cover has a similar motif.
This is better.
This is better.
But this time, the shadow is more stylized. He's not Count Orlok anymore. The figure's shadow is looking down with a monstrous
countenance
at a frowning theater mask. There is no child in the foreground. This shadow design reminds me a little bit of what our friends in Korea sometimes do.
It's definitely good. It does certainly mislead the viewer into thinking there would be a monster in this book. And not what is actually in this book, but I do like it.
Yeah. Moving on to the Dutch cover for Kippenvel, the Rol van je Leven.
Wow.
Features a dark interior room in which a child in the foreground is raising her arms up in fright or defense before a man in the center. The man is wearing a green monstrous mask, black cloak with red trim, and is pulling on a stage rope. There appears to be portholes on the walls casting light inward. It's a little goofy. I'm not sure I like the fake mask thing.
No,
but,
her eye line is also wild because it's not looking anywhere near that guy.
Yeah. She is fully looking off screen.
It's like she's
sees
protecting herself from the hot theater light or something.
Yeah. Meanwhile, off screen is a guy just doing something in a mask.
I love that you can get a sense for the 3D elements of this cover. Like Kippenvel looks like it's popping up, much like Goosebumps does on the Goosebumps.
Yeah,
it's like embossed or something, and may have even had like foil in it or something.
It may have
inlaid.
I don't like this mask to the Phantom.
Yeah, just like a lumpy evil witch mask.
Yeah, I mean, I
very
appreciate
Frankenstein.
Yeah, very Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting.
And now, moving on, we return to episode 24 of Korea Never Misses.
Hell yeah.
My
Hell
God,
yeah.
dude. What the
that
fuck?
fucking is cool, man.
This
Mad
fucks,
Hatter over
man.
here. Fucking like
The little hand, dude.
Yeah. This cover features a sort of Mr. Hyde character with a tall black stovepipe hat and wild white hair, occupying most of the cover, looking towards the viewer. He has red eyes and very many long, sharp teeth. He has one hand raised in beckoning. A small image at the bottom of the page features a white hand raised out of a trap door with red paint splattered about. I don't know about the overall composition, but the central figure is great.
He looks good, and I like the hand coming out of the trapdoor. In fact, an option you could have gone with for the original book cover would be a hand coming out of the trapdoor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That would be a compelling cover. Yeah.
Korea, you guys, other countries should be borrowing the Korean cover instead. I liked him. I like him just fine. I like Tim Jacobus.
Well, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. He does a great job coming up.
All right, now we're gonna look at the cover of the musical. Whoa, what's this? What's this extra image doing in here? The cover of the Garfield musical album based on Les Miserables, titled Lasagna. I can't imagine how this made its way into the Goosebump covers.
Oh my god.
Anyway, the cover of the musical, the Goosebumps musical from very recent. I actually don't know when it came out. Pretty recently.
2016 was the world premiere of Goosebumps the musical.
Okay, so 2016.
Okay. The cover of the musical features the return of Tim Jacobus. From out of a red curtain with frayed edges peers a figure with a large white mask with heavy lines a la Dr. Doom. From within the eye socket peers a single eyeball with brilliant green pupil and red at the edges with no visible face or socket to contain it. From within the curtain, a strong green light is reflected on the side of the mask and on the gloved hand grabbing the curtain from within. It's a nice illustration.
I think this kicks ass.
Yeah. No, this is what the original Jacobus cover should have been. Yeah.
Also, if you think about it, this is the reverse side of the original cover. Like the first cover, you can see he is behind the curtain and he's pulling it back, and now he's looking through it. This is like the opposite camera on the other side.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah. You could put this on the cover. It would draw people in, and it is book accurate. So
yeah, it's good shit.
Good stuff. Anyway, that's it for covers.
Okay, bye covers.
Goodbye cover. Everyone wave goodbye to the covers.
Bye covers.
Bye covers.
Well, you know what that means. Why? It's time for some chapter summary discussions. And the first person who has them is...
Me.
Yay.
You thought you were fucking done with me and hearing my fucking voice. Well, you're wrong. I'm back again to talk more at you. It's Fan Auditorium Chapter 1.
Oh my god. I'm so excited. Brandon, are you so excited?
Yeah.
What a hook! R.L. Stine draws us in with tantalizing descriptions of a very scary phantom encounter. But first, we must begin as so many stories do at the beginning. A beginning a few Fridays ago. I just like to say that I think this is a really good first paragraph of a book. I know that's like a extremely granular compliment to give, but I think that as openings to Goosebumps books go, this is a very good one.
I was very impressed with the first few chapters.
Yes, I agree.
I was on board in a way that I haven't been on board for a Goosebumps book in a bit. So
not to spoil what I will eventually say, but I have actual criticisms of this book, like real criticisms as one might have as an editor.
I have criticisms that may be ethical in nature, but we'll get to those.
Well, that too. Yeah, that's but Brandon was about to say something. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Brandon,
go.
I have criticisms that may be sexual in nature.
Cool. That'll be new for the that'll be new in the podcast.
Criticisms parentheses sexual.
Is there a section for that on Goodreads?
I'll look it up and get put on a fucking list.
Our protagonist is Brooke. I have to note on here, apologies to those who read the preview description for this book at the end of the last book, because apparently, according to the Goosebumps wiki, that was framed entirely from Zeke's perspective. So readers would have thought that Zeke was the protagonist of this book.
So when you all get a chance, go ahead and hop on the class action lawsuit for R.L. Stine for false advertising.
So Brooke is in 6th grade, and she might just be 12. We don't know, but scientists are looking into it. Brooke and her best friend Zeke love horror movies. They are so cool. Wow, I'll say here, likable protagonists. What a concept for a Goosebumps book. Unbelievable. I like these two genuinely.
Zeke less so. Brooke.
At least, well, I'll caveat this. I like these two for now.
Yeah.
For the time being, they're likable.
Yes, for this chapter and a few more, I have like no complaints about Zeke and Brooke. Brooke and Zeke are just friends, okay? Brooke just platonically notices Zeke's freckles or his tan or what pajamas he wears, and Brooke helpfully reminds readers what a weekend is by explaining that she will not be in school and has no homework, and asks Zeke if his brother can take them to the Creatures Film Festival this weekend, where they are showing all 3 Creatures movies. Those are not real movies, and I will let you, the listener, imagine what the writer of this book might be referencing here. I mean, it's kind of Gremlins-y, but there's not 3 of those, so Critters? Maybe?
Yeah. Critters.
Goobers?
Ghoulies? Maybe.
The Geester.
Okay, well, so Brooke wants to see Creatures 3, and Zeke says maybe, but he reminds her that something way more important is happening. Why, what could that be? What's more important than horror movies? Why, the cast list is up for this year's school play. A scary play! Whoa! The kids rush to check what their roles might be, but what's this? A note from the principal telling Brooke she's been suspended?
Oh, no.
Hold on to your horses, dear listener, reader, and make sure your pants are secured. Chapter 2. Any thoughts on chapter 1?
It was good.
Yeah,
It does a really good job, like, setting everything up. I just, the fucking fake outs, man. The fucking chapter enders. God damn it.
Contractually obligated.
I mean, I think there's some pretty bad fake outs here, but I will say none of them feel egregious.
Yeah.
Because rarely is the fake out going for something crazy. Like, the suspension note is a fake out, but it's not like she once checked the bulletin board and then the werewolf came out and killed her. Gotcha. Actually, she was dreaming.
There's one pretty bad one later.
And to be clear, R.L. Stine could have done that because of how like dreams play, especially in the TV episode.
Yes. Yes. Interesting point, Bob.
Most of the fake outs in this book are like somewhat earned. There's one later that's pretty bad in my chapters, but we'll get to it.
Chapter 2, gotcha, 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 he references a previous book. The note is just a prank by Zeke. Oh, that Zeke. He's always doing pranks. I'm sure nothing will come of this at all. Anywho, after a strange scene where Zeke refuses to use his human eyes to read text on a page, we learn that Zeke and Brooke are the stars of the show. This is true. Brooke tells him that he's the star, and he refuses to both believe her and look for himself. It's bizarre. Zeke is playing the Phantom, and Brooke is playing Esmeralda. Notably, Esmeralda is not a character in Phantom of the Opera, so but she is in Hunter of Notre Dame, which maybe we're doing a sort of multi-layered metatextual reference. Brooke imagines several more interesting options for who Esmeralda might be. Maybe there's a Psycho reference in here. I don't know if it's intentional or not, and I don't think anyone could argue that Phantom couldn't do with a few more decapitations. Another girl, Tina, informs Brooke that Esmeralda is, quote, just the daughter of the theater owner. Just the main character, I think you fucking mean, Tina. Tina, who sucks, will be Brooke's understudy and be in charge of set construction. Brooke is too nice to come up with a sick burn for this, but not nice enough to not think about saying one. Another boy, Corey, will be playing Tina's dad, will be playing Brooke's dad. This character is not relevant to the story, really. Apparently, no one knows what this play is actually about, except Tina, whose grandfather went to the school a long time ago when the play was last performed. He also told her about a curse.
Oh.
Before she can tell the scary story, their teacher, Miss Walker, stops her. Just how scary can this story be?
Too scary, too spooky.
Too scary for me.
It's about to get too scary.
We're about to get hey guys, I'm gonna get fucking scary in here.
I'm going to get scared to death. By the way, you listened to the audiobook, yeah?
Yes.
I listened to it as well. It was read by Emily Ellett, who did a fantastic job.
Yes. I mean, credit where it's due. She is excellent. One thing she does do at a certain point is that she, at the beginning, is very good at doing multiple boy character voices. At about halfway through, she sort of loses that.
Yep.
So I'm gonna knock her on that one, but otherwise really good.
Yeah, no, I was particularly impressed with her Tina voice, which was just a dead ringer for a shit, because Tina is in 7th grade, so she's older than our main character Brooke. And the voice she has for Tina is just whatever. I don't really give a fuck. Y'all can fucking die.
I have my image folder open right now because we were looking at images, of course, because this is a Goosebumps podcast and we do this shit all day.
Professionals.
Where we just post images in the chat while we're talking. And funnily enough, this is what my image folder was on, and this is what I imagine Tina looks like. This is my vision for Tina.
Can you please explain who that is real quick?
Well, it's Emerald from Sailor Moon.
Yeah, she looks like she would flirt with your boyfriend and then fucking sneak diss you.
It's Mrs. Still Your Boy coming in here.
Got a poofy red fan, sunglasses, long.
Oh, it's a fit for sure.
hair.
It's unbelievable look. One of the coolest fucking characters ever. This guy, I love this character. Genuinely. Chapter 3. The story is not that scary, as it turns out. The dark tale begins 2 years ago. I'm sorry, not 72. Begins 72 years ago. I missed a 7 there. So the dark tale begins 72 years ago in this very auditorium. The first class ever at this school decided to perform a play called The Phantom, which a boy had found in the basement of the library, which, credit where it's due, is a great place to find a cursed play. I was like, okay, we're going to like places with this. This is an interesting idea. Tantalizing little nuggets of possible story direction coming here. It's about a girl who's kidnapped by a phantom. Wow. The boy is given the title role because he found the play, of course, and that's how all plays work. But on the night of the play, he disappeared, and they searched to no avail. And when the director was about to make a statement to the audience, a terrible scream rang out. They searched again, and yet again found nothing. And so ends the spooky tale.
The dark tale.
Until Corey sees the phantom in the auditorium. I'll say this. I think it's a good setup for a story. I wouldn't call it particularly scary, but it is, it presents opportunities for narrative that are perhaps not delivered on, but whatever.
You can do stuff with this. This is an interesting premise that can go in a myriad of different ways.
It's a good hook. It's a good hook. You could genuinely make a supernatural story out of it. There's a lot you can do with this. Chapter 4. Never mind. The Phantom is just Zeke. Another one of his practical jokes. Gosh, what a kidder. Back to the story. The school destroyed all copies of the play, save one, which was kept. Why? Well, because it's cool, Bob. It's a cool story.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Which was kept in the school's vault, which a thing that all schools have, I think will agree. One option you could have had here, I just thought about, would be if you had put it in a time capsule.
Yeah.
Like if they had done this for the school founding.
Yeah.
And they made this like the 100th anniversary of the school or the 75th anniversary of the school, and they dug it up and found it. That would be like a good way to kind of.
You should like write that down, put it away for like if we ever decide to do our own like Goosebumps stories or Goosebumps books. That's a really strong idea for like the kind of shit that you would find in like a time capsule.
There would be both a reason for it to be there and also for them to have placed it there without knowing the play never happened, right? Mm-hmm. Because they could have done it before, like when the school started, and they had, anyway, there's reasons for this that could work. That would make a little bit more sense than the school's vault, which is neat, but not really the thing that exists.
I just realized the mental image I have of the school vault is the vault from Hobgoblins.
Yeah. Yes. We keep that there. I'll say this: the musical does it differently, and I think, to the musical's credit, it probably makes a little bit more sense than The Vault. Anyway, the kids will be the first students ever to actually perform this play at the school. Maybe ever, since this play appears to only have existed in this library's basement. But Tina claims the phantom, there is a real phantom, and it's the ghost of this kid that went missing, and he's been haunting the school for 72 years to stop anyone who tries to perform this play. Now, that story would work better, Tina, if anyone knew it. Like, if you were the only person in history that knew this story, and that maybe they had tried to do the play before and it had not gone off successfully.
At this point, did anyone else think that, like, Tina's grandpa had something to do with things? Like, maybe...
So, I thought there was a chance.
I would say I have things to say about Tina's role in this.
Yes.
But I'll get there.
I do as well.
Miss Walker ignores these dumbass childlike beliefs and hands out scripts. But as she is preparing to get down to the business of going over the scripts, she disappears.
Where did she go?
Well, I'll tell you. I guess. Chapter 5, Miss Walker has fallen down the old trap door. Which,
old trap door.
First of all, owie. And nope, she's okay.
Yeah, did she say she fell, or it went down?
No, I think she fell into it, genuinely.
Damn.
Because I believe that what happened is, as we'll get into, the trapdoor is at its second level, not the bottom level, but the level it stops at just below the stage.
Yeah, so she didn't fall all the way down, but yeah.
Yeah, she probably fell 2 to 3 feet. Not great. I mean, it probably hurt quite a bit.
Remember we'll get there. We can talk about it later.
Well, maybe 1 to 2. They get pulled up, but yeah.
Yeah. I did want to mention, I don't know if you mentioned this, and I forget exactly where it happens in the story, but have we established how thin Miss Walker is?
Yes, I probably do mention that at this point. I didn't note it down, but she is apparently very skinny, rail skinny.
Multiple reviews mention how R.L. Stein keeps hammering this idea that Miss Walker is skinny. She is thin. To the point where when they said that she disappeared, I thought she fell through a crack in the floor, or
that she turned sideways and became invisible.
Yes, yes, exactly that. Yes.
So, so she has the trapdoor absolutely boggles everyone's adolescent minds. They just can't process where she could have gone. So the trapdoor was apparently built for the first run of the play, and they will be using it for the first time ever for this show. Don't think about that too much.
Well, how can I not think about it too much? Because fucking Zeke and Brooke famously, as it was established in the first couple chapters, love special effects.
That's true. Here's a picture of Zeke and Brooke.
Chainsaw Man.
So super smart. That sums up so much of this book. I
love the glasses.
Yes.
Power.
Yeah, very good. Oh, Powie. So don't worry about the fact that the trapdoors has been here for 72 years and apparently has just not been maintained or used ever.
It's fine.
It's going to be even funnier later.
It is. The kids do a read through of the play, and the play is kind of Phantom of the Opera. It's not really. I would say it's legally distinct from Phantom of the Opera, despite that being in the public domain.
Someone will stop them.
A man named Carlo owns a theater. His daughter Esmeralda is there, and she falls in love with the phantom that lives beneath his theater. He's scarred, and he wears a mask. You know the drill. Now, this is interesting. Her boyfriend is named Eric. Eric, of course, is the name of the Phantom in the actual Phantom of the Opera. So Eric finds out about the Phantom and that Esmeralda is in love with him, tracks down the Phantom, they fight, the Phantom dies, and Esmeralda runs away and is never seen again. The Phantom becomes a ghost. Really classic stuff, folks. We all love it. So it's, again, close to, but legally, that's exactly what he looks like.
That's so cute.
That's very cute.
I
wish who wouldn't fall in love with that Phantom? So it's the Phantom of the Opera, but changed so specifically. I saw someone say it was as if they were adapting the play that Eric the Phantom had written in the course of Phantom of the Opera. So as they prepare to leave, Zeke grabs Brooke in a real Japanese kabedan moment and tells her to stay behind ... so they can test the trapdoor. Chapter 6. Before we get to the excitement of watching two children fool around with old machinery, R.L. Stine takes the time to tell us that Brooke has allergies. Keen-eyed readers may feel that he's setting something up here, and time will tell if he was. Brooke sneezes a lot, and Zeke likes to count them. These two.
Aw, goofballs.
These crazy kids.
The kids find the peg that controls the trapdoor and descend into the mysterious underground, and they keep descending. Somehow the elevator takes them perhaps a mile or more underground, past the basement, into the sub-basement, as John Glover reading Stephen King would say. In a different novel, we'd learn about the mysterious, strange things growing and living down here, but instead these kids just stumble around the dark tunnels for a second before realizing that they do not actually know how to get back up and are trapped forever, ever.
Can I just throw out something right now?
Yeah.
Both the TV show and the book, there is a really interesting Goosebumps book to be had here, or some kind of children's horror thing.
Yes.
Of this event, but they can't get back up and they're trying to figure out their way out. And like, what is down here? What's going on? They get the little bit of tidbit of information of like, there was a kid who disappeared, and exploring this area. It's just so fucking cool. They don't do this, but it's like a really interesting idea of kids getting trapped in this way and what they would do.
I would say there are multiple interesting Goosebumps books that could be written with this setup. Time will tell if this is one of those. I'd say. Yeah. I'll just put this here for no reason whatsoever. And
the skeleton's face. He's like, yes.
Why are we just posting pictures now? I must stress, this is a podcast. This is an audio first. Stop posting pictures.
Now that you have the amazing picture integration,
God damn it.
we have no choice but to make your life harder.
I knew this would incentivize our worst,
Okay, no, I have to close my image folder. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yo, I've got like 20 ready to go.
Than you think. I'm the Joker, baby.
I'm the Joker, baby. Okay, chapter 7. Brooke blames Zeke for a thing she volunteered to do. R.L. Stine may, and this is a big may, be referencing the story Graveyard Shift by Stephen King here, when Zeke suggests that they might be eaten by rats down there. Again, it might be just him saying it, could be a reference, unclear. Some shoving ensues, and Brooke bumps into the controls of the elevator on accident. How fortunate. They climb onto the elevator and it ascends, but only part way. Brooke gives Zeke a lift up out of the hole, but he is slow to give her a hand as well. Finally, a pair of hands appear and help her out. She exits the elevator and begins yelling at Zeke for not helping her sooner, before realizing that she's not talking to Zeke.
Gasp.
Who she talked to?
Well, Bob, I'm so glad you asked. She's talking to, chapter 8, a strange old short man who...
not a short man.
Yeah, critically, and it's so important that R.L. Stine says this here for reasons that we can't spoil, that he is child height. He is the height of a 6th grader.
A short king.
So this man is Emil, the night janitor. He dramatically warns Brooke and Zeke to stay away from the trapdoor in a scene of, I'm sure, no significance whatsoever. In further discussion of no future significance, Brooke and Zeke discuss how Emil could perhaps be the Phantom they just learned about today.
Yes.
It sure would be a point of frustration if, in the future, the kids exclusively referred to this man as the Phantom in every conversation about this interaction. The next day, Brooke tells her little brother about the play. He's a big baby who is afraid of horror movies, and they don't say his age, but one might presume he's 10 years old. 10 years old.
For the listener, this is from Love Never Dies.
Old.
Specifically, the excellent Lindsay Ellis video talking about Love Never Dies.
The sequel to Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
So anyway, her 10-year-old brother or something, whatever, who cares? He's a big baby who's afraid of horror movies like Poltergeist and Friday the 13th, both name dropped specifically, and he hid in his room on Halloween. Ew. Go to therapy, you little nematode. Brooke hopes she will overcome her history of stage fright and ponders this when she encounters a new cute boy in class.
Cute boy?
He's sitting in her He's sitting in her chair, but he insists that it's his chair?
Oh my God.
This is a chapter end.
Incredible.
Whoa, huh?
I wonder who this character could be.
No, the boy's name is Brian, and he's just moved here from Indiana. Ew! Turns out he just misunderstood Miss Walker's directions, probably, totally, in a way that makes sense, and sat in the wrong chair. No big deal. Don't worry about it. Probably doesn't matter.
MBD.
Brooke is shocked when he knows her name, but he tells her he just heard people talking about how she got the lead in the play. He's super bummed that he can't be part of the play, but Brooke tells him she'll take him to rehearsal and get him a part. Wow, get a room, you two. Before class starts, Brooke realizes she left her science notebook in her locker. She runs up to go get it, which is like, first of all, wow, what kind of fucking liberal school is this where you can just leave the classroom and go get your books and you don't get punished for having forgotten it and left in a locker that's 5 feet away from you?
I agree.
Yeah.
The amount of time, like, you could not go to your fucking locker when I went to school. Like, you were reprimanded. It was a big deal. It was a big deal.
Yeah, if we forgot our books, they banished us to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, exactly. Yu-Gi-Oh rules. The entire reason I lugged around a giant backpack that had every single fucking book I ever would possibly need in it was because of this shit.
Yeah, we were not allowed to use our backpacks. We had to carry the books in our arms.
What?
I carried around a stack of like 8 books every day to all my classes.
It was extremely common in the lunchroom for the giant stacks of books to fall over. It was
extremely common for people to walk over and smack them out of your hands. Yeah. She goes to her locker and finds that it is unlocked. That's weird. When she
That's
opens
kind of
it,
the opposite of what
the locker should be. When she opens it, a horrible figure is staring back at her.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Emil, get out of there.
Oh my God. Yeah, exactly.
He's so small. Emil is now hand-sized.
It's Hem.
Chapter 10. It's just Zeke's stanky old mask and a messily scrawled note saying, "Stay away from my home sweet home. Why, Zeke, you kidder." Another classic Phantom prank. Zeke denies doing any of this, but is also being kind of coy and shitty about it. So what could it all mean? At rehearsal, Miss Walker lets a very insistent Brian join the set design crew. As Brooke works on memorizing her lines, the lights go out. Gasp! A scream! Shock! And who's that on the catwalk? The Phantom! And he swings down from the catwalk and lands perfectly on center stage with an evil laugh.
So at what point did you start to not like Zeke? Because I imagine it was roughly around here.
It was, so his like refusal to address whether he did the prank or not was to me a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
It wasn't the most annoying, but it is when he starts getting annoying. You know, like this is like when you start thinking like, well, Zeke, everything that happens is kind of your own fucking fault.
Yeah. I kind of started to hate him when he got into that like shoving match with Brooke.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're kind of like sibling energy kind of thing, you know.
But then you have like you force Brooke to like lift you up out of the hole. I was kind of like,
and if you, spoilers for the book to come, but I imagine that the Phantom emerges and he looks a bit like this, and we're all pretending like we don't know who it is.
The Phantom of the coronavirus is here.
Hey,
anyway.
I'm the Phantom.
I'm the Phantom, baby.
I'm the Phantom, baby. So
right.
anywho.
All right, I've got the next few chapters. So chapter 11. Oh shit, it's the Phantom, and
he's just standing there, menacingly.
Nice.
This causes the kids to start crying and pissing and shitting themselves in horror. But Brooke's got it all figured out. It's got to be Zeke, because this Phantom's a short king too. Being short is apparently a quality uncommon to these school children, but let's just blow past that. Brooke calls out to the Phantom Zeke as he takes the trap door out of the chapter. Wish it were me. Everyone starts arguing about whether the Phantom was Zeke or not. Tina blames Brooke vis-a-vis the transitive property of fuckhead. All while Mrs. Walker is skinny and crosses her skinny arms and gets skinny mad. Then, suddenly, the stage floor shakes. It's the trapdoor platform coming back up. That's scary, right? Questions, comments?
I would like to say this is the chapter where they begin, where perhaps Arlstein, begins writing Mrs. Walker in a very specific way.
Yeah.
That reminds me a lot of the Futurama, you can't just have people say what they feel. That makes me angry. Because every Miss Walker interaction is her being like, and now I will tell Zeke exactly what I think about what he has done now, and he will be in big trouble. Or I am being angry right now about this situation. It makes me upset.
Yeah. I've got a few more things to talk about when it comes to her. Thankfully, some of this stuff comes up in my chapters, but yeah, we'll get there. Brandon, did you have anything to add?
Just that I feel bad for you, Bob, because this is also where the book starts to get bad. And,
your chapters are rough. I gotta tell you,
dude. Okay,
developed in a lab to punish you.
Yeah,
I was going to make a joke about it, but I felt like it would give people a false idea of how I feel about this book. Because I guess I'll go ahead and I'll dig up the lead. I like this book. This book is not bad, but the sections I was given is it's like if you took an Oreo cookie and just drilled a hole in the center of it, and you gave me the hole to talk about. I have nothing, dude. I have nothing.
I'm really sorry. I'm being honest with you. On my multiple listens to this book, after the first one, I skipped your chapters.
Bro, I do not blame you. It is crazy. I literally deleted a joke that was basically wow, I'm so happy I got these chapters where
by the way,
nothing fucking happens. Or I'm sorry, things do happen, but they don't matter, basically.
There's Miss Walker.
It's Miss Walker. Yes. Chapter 12. No one was on the trapdoor platform. That's scary, right? Miss Walker canceled rehearsal, which is kind of extreme, but okay. On her way home, Brooke finds Zeke and his mom pulling into their driveway. Brooke accuses Zeke of being the Phantom, but Zeke says, nah, he was at the dentist. Brooke freaks out a bit, causing Zeke to smile, reminding her that he is indeed a fuckhead and would probably do fuckheaded shit like this. After school the next day, everyone's running through the play. Brooke is reading her lines, and Zeke, dressed as the Phantom, shows up, grabs her shoulders, and shakes her really hard. Brooke thinks to herself, ease up, Zeke, as the Phantom tells her to go away. Then she notices Zeke at the edge of the stage, and if Zeke's over there and the Phantom is right here, then ruh-roh, rookie. I do want to point out it's a very annoying thing that's probably the most annoying thing that Zeke does is called Brookie.
Yeah,
that's pretty bad.
Yeah,
every time he says it, I want to punch him in the nose. Anyway, any comments, concerns about chapter 12?
Yes,
concerned.
I have. This is where I started really hating Zeke, because you can just say I didn't do it. You can just say that actually, and also I began hating Mrs. Walker a little bit too, because they immediately leap to it's Zeke, it's Zeke, it's Zeke, it's Zeke, it's Zeke. And in one case, Zeke is literally at a dentist appointment that he told her about. Mm-hmm. And her being pissed off at him is her fault. He didn't do anything. She just forgot, you know,
and that's not the first time that Mrs. Walker is going to not pay attention to these kids and what's going on.
It's not inaccurate to the way that I remember many of my grade school teachers being, which is like the tendency for some of them to be extremely mean and hair trigger and hold grudges and for things that you just didn't do,
right?
Or that they just didn't remember, and it just happens. But
thinking about it now, it's like all of my teachers were either like incredibly like shitty and weirdly invested in like everything you do or like your social standing in school, or they just simply did not give a fuck. And it was like,
I had
just like neglectful. Anyway.
I had some that were good, but like I had several that were the way Miss Walker is in this book. So I suppose that's accurate.
I don't think I ever had a good teacher outside of my art teacher.
Interesting.
And the reason he was cool was because he just didn't give a fuck. He was just like, just do whatever you want. I don't give a shit.
My science teacher in grade school was good. I liked him a lot. He's a good dude.
I had a few good teachers, but you do get the grab bag. Some people definitely are not are barely capable of keeping themselves together, much less capable of watching a bunch of proto people.
I definitely think that Miss Walker is not inaccurate. I'll say that.
Yeah, no, I think that we'll get there. She proves that she just kind of sucks and isn't paying attention and is more invested in the play and like other than the actual kids doing the play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking about saying something, but I'm just going to keep going. If everybody is ready.
I was going to say, also that like them deciding that Zeke is the Phantom and being mad about this encounter while Zeke is standing fucking right there. like
yeah.
Both times the Phantoms appeared, it has clearly been not Zeke, that it has in no way been Zeke, despite the fact that he's like kind of coy about it. Like that there is definitive evidence it's not him. The rest of this book is so weird because of this.
But what if Zeke Phantom?
What if?
Do you think that Zeke was the Phantom before? What I got from the first scare was that potentially Zeke was the Phantom and then just went to the dentist appointment immediately after?
Oh, I don't think so whatsoever. I think Zeke was only the Phantom the very, very first time. That's all I think.
The very, very first time. Yeah, definitely. But he did have that coy smile. So it's like either you did it or you're just a fucking idiot. Anyway.
No, I just think he's an idiot. I just think he's like really stupid and doing that for no fucking reason.
He's so stupid that he's like, maybe I did that and forgot.
Yeah. I think he's like, man, what if I did? Yeah. But he didn't. It's like, yeah.
That sounds like a thing I'd do. Anyway. Chapter 13. Brooke screams, and the Phantom whispers in her ear, "Stay away from my home, sweet home." The Phantom bolts, and Zeke runs up to help Brooke. Mrs. Walker and Brooke, who should have realized at this moment that Zeke could not have possibly been in two places at once, and at the very least had an accomplice for this prank, both blame Zeke.
Yeah.
Teaching kids the true cost of being a fuckhead.
Yeah.
Brian hyperfocuses on some paint he got on his hand while Tina treats Brooke like shit because she's jealous that she's not the lead of this Goosebumps book, I guess. It's late at this point, and the kids decide to head home. Brooke thinks to herself, quote, "I was eager to get home. My mom was probably wondering if I'd been run over by a bus or something. Mom always imagines me run over by a bus. I don't really know why."
I do. I do.
Can you imagine your mom? Okay, what the fuck? Going home after saying weird shit. Okay.
Yeah, that one unlocked. That was good.
He's got the folder ready. No time to unpack that thought because Zeke needs to get his math book from the front office. Brian can't come with them, though, because he has to get home. So Brooke and Zeke ask the principal's secretary, Dot, if Emil the night janitor turned in Zeke's book. But Dot reveals that the school doesn't have a night janitor. Hold on.
Yeah, I was waiting for
Doesn't have a night janitor.
It was a dun, 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 dun.
Doesn't have a night janitor.
So I gotta say here, I think this is a mistake to put this here. This being revealed right now is a huge fucking mistake in the writing process of this book. It should have been multiple chapters later.
Yeah,
the show
later.
fixes it. The show fixes it.
The show fixes a lot of stuff.
But it is way too early to reveal there is no night janitor, because essentially what they've done right now is tell you the plot of this book. Like, the Phantom's Emil. It did like that. That's what it is. like there's no other way it could be.
Yeah, it's either like something weird is going on with Emil, no matter what. So you get that part. But I will say the book does like add on to it. It's not like Emil being the Phantom is the only thing.
No, it's not. I just mean like the so much of the rest of this book is debating who is the Phantom, and the book has told you it is right now. Like.
I really wish that they did more with like the various, because who is the Phantom is a really interesting question when you can have multiple people in the story be the Phantom in multiple points.
It's such a strange thing to miss.
Me watching them reveal the Phantom way too early in this book.
Oh,
Shaq looks on in disbelief.
This whole fucking podcast is just reacting to images and GIFs.
That's me watching them fuck up the writing process of this book.
It's like, what are you doing? Ready for chapter 14?
Yeah.
Am I ever?
Tina calls Brooke to tell her she sucks and make the reader think Tina might have something to do with everything. Later, Zeke and Brooke try to tell Miss Walker that there's a real Phantom fucking with everyone, but she's having none of it. Later that night, Zeke, Brooke, and Brian decide to break into the school after hours to get killed or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% on the plan here. The chapter ends with the gang losing their shit because a shadow moved on the stage. By the way, I just want to point out, this isn't in my notes. I just wanted to highlight chapter 14 is one of the longest chapters I have ever read for a Goosebumps book.
Right. That's why when I did that's why I did this by pages instead of by chapters, because I was like, oh wow, these are like 6 chapters and they're as long as 10 of mine. Like,
these chapters are very dense as well. Spoilers for later, but I'm pretty sure that R.L. Stine didn't write the majority of this book.
I can't believe you would say something as controversial as that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh God, what the fucking gift is this now? Okay. You have something to hold back. All right, chapter 15, the gang discovers someone or something has ruined the play's backdrop that Brian and the prop department worked very hard on. A message had been painted on the bottom that read, "Stay away from my home, sweet home." I'll now play a dramatic reading of this line from YouTube.
Leave my happy house! Why? 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 Why?
Anyway, the 3 kids turn around and are shocked to find an end of chapter cliffhanger.
Wow.
Chapter 16, oh fuck, it's Miss Walker. And she put the thin in thinking you 3 kids vandalized the play's backdrop.
Well, hey.
The kids deny this, and Miss Walker doesn't believe them until Brian gets really upset at the idea that he would fuck up his own project. They then find a trail of red paint and follow it to see who wrote the message. Follow it directly to Zeke's locker? And that's it for my shit.
Yes, the paint trail led to Zeke's locker. Open your locker, Zeke, Ms. Walker instructed. Huh? Said Zeke, as if he didn't understand. Go ahead. Open your locker, Ms. Walker said. Zeke hesitated. There's nothing in here, he protested. Just books and stuff. Please, said Miss Walker, motioning to the combination lock. Please, Zeke, it's really late. But you don't think, Zeke started. Ms. Walker motioned to the lock again. Maybe somebody wanted to make it look like Zeke was the one with the paint, Brooke suggested. Maybe someone deliberately made that trail of paint lead to Zeke's locker. Maybe, Ms. Walker replied calmly. That's why I want him to open his locker. Okay, Zeke muttered. His hand shook as he reached for the combination lock. He leaned his head forward and concentrated as he spun the dial, first one direction, then the other. Give me some light, he said edgily. Brooke backed up. Sorry. Brooke didn't realize she was standing in his light. Brooke glanced at Brian. He had his hands shoved in his pockets. He leaned against the wall and stared intently at Zeke's hands as Zeke twirled the lock. Now, listener, everything I just said is real. Hand to God, I added nothing. The whole page is about Zeke refusing to open his locker.
Can confirm. I was actually shocked because I was like, "What? Where is he going with this?" Because this is he's just reading the book.
It sounds like I'm making shit up, but I wasn't. This is so typical of Goosebumps and Real Stein in general, whether it's a monster running around in the woods or a cursed play. We know what's going to happen for a while, and we have to wait for the text to finish.
You know, this reminds me of a famous saying from a famous guy about art and making it that has served me whenever I'm working on something and I just don't know what to do. Whenever you're stuck in a scene and it's not long enough, or you're tired of writing and you're mucking it up. When you're feeling aimless or down in the dumps, there's one thing you can do to keep coming up trumps. Make 'em wait, make 'em wait. Don't you know everyone hates to wait? The readers want to be entertained, but I've got weight on the brain. They'll be champing their bits, wading through 50 pages of shit. You could describe a monster with a million legs, and you could write a mystery with chills on the reg. But you have got a deadline, so just give them the dregs. Make 'em wait, make 'em wait, make 'em wait.
Fucking fart at the end. Beautiful. Art.
I'm bowing into my microphone.
I want to emphasize that you doing that, thank you. As the person who literally got the chapters where all you're doing is waiting for something to fucking happen.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I should work it out with you, but I was like, no, I read through mine. I was like, no, that's cool. We got a couple of bad ones in here too. Anyway, Zeke opens the locker. The paint can is in there. Miss Walker fires him from the play and announces she will call Zeke's parents. Oh God, Zeke, Brooke observed, it was a cook de goose.
Bumps?
Bumps?
Whoa.
Oh. Later, they all walked home and discussed how what happened to Zeke sucked. Zeke left, and a light on a bike approached, ridden by Tina. Brooke questioned her about whether she was in the school, which Tina denied, adding that Brooke should zip up her jacket. Wouldn't want to catch cold, teehee. What if Tina Phantom?
What if?
Oh, did we mention that multiple times this, and I think a couple times in the future, this book has said you can't scare us?
Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
You cannot scare we.
Yes.
Chapter 18. This confrontation between Brooke and Tina reminds me of a similar scene in the Garfield musical where Odie confronts Garfield. It is just like that. Anyway, on Saturday, they had rehearsals without Zeke. Brian and Brooke talked about how it sucked that Zeke was out. Brian mentions...
I just realized the Phantom is kind of Lyman. He's fucking Lyman.
Yeah.
He is a bit like Lyman.
He is a bit Lyman.
On Saturday, they had rehearsals without Zeke. Brian and Brooke talked about how it sucked that Zeke was out of the play. Brian mentions there had been no pranks or odd happenings since Zeke was kicked out, though. What if Zeke Phantom? Brian asked if Zeke was punished, and Brooke said, yeah, for sure. His parents grounded him for life. They took away his VCR. He can't watch horror movies on video cassette on his cathode ray tube TV. I hope they didn't change this in the classic Goosebumps version.
They did.
Pretty sure they did.
They did.
Damn. He couldn't watch it on his Talkboy FX Plus. That's he can listen to it.
No, they just took out what he watched it on. They said he can't watch horror movies.
Yeah, they just took it out.
Cowards.
Also, there was mention of a watch that he could play like games on. It's funny because I know the exact watch that used to be able to do this. It was one of those like calculator watches where you can kind of play games on it. But now it's just, it was just like it was funny because he was like, they were saying, Brooke said that Zeke couldn't figure out how to set the time on it, but he could do all this other shit with it. Anyway, that's the other thing. It was like one of those old Casio like fucking watches.
Yeah, with like the really, really shitty games in them.
Yeah.
Where they had the pre-made images in the background or whatever. And
you remember how we would like play games on like TI-84 calculators and
yeah,
shit?
man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Block guy.
I had that ship game where you like upgraded and stuff. It was like
Oh
a-
yeah. It was like
Phoenix.
Gradius basically, or
yeah. It was straight up.
Yeah, I actually programmed a text adventure game on the TI-83 when I was a kid. I'm a really cool guy.
you are, Brandon. You're a really cool guy.
I must attest that is correct.
Thank you. Anyway,
You're welcome.
He wasn't ready for that. He wasn't ready for positivity.
nah.
Didn't DVAC call that out too? Where we like complimented you and you were like, anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, whoa! Name dropping my beautiful and talented girlfriend Divac on this podcast? Crazy!
wow.
Wow.
I thought, you guys got together because of this podcast, right?
I mean, if you
You
want that,
first
if you
kissed
want
on
that
the
to be,
podcast.
if you want that to be so, you can say that.
You kissed on your first kiss on the podcast. You will get married on the podcast.
Normally, Goosebumps only drives a wedge between people.
Arlstein approved Arlstein approved union.
Oh no.
Yeah. Anyway,
I thought it was the one that would blow out the mic. I'm always prepared to take my headphones off for that one.
Oh, when Brandon,
I think I probably should avoid that because our listeners
Brandon
might get
does
mad
that
if they
sound.
get their explosions.
Did he play that for you, Mario, at any point?
No.
Was
All right.
today the first?
Listener,
God
here's
damn
your
it.
warning. Here's your warning. This is a funny thing that we had on in the background, but it will blow your mic out. So be prepared.
yeah. I mean,
Did
what
you
I
mean
posted.
to do that at the end,
No,
or was that like a bug that you just like ran with?
I think it was actually an audio bug on the soundboard that it came from, but I kept it because
I
it's
knew
so
it.
funny.
I fucking knew it. The way it just gets so loud.
The clipping is very funny.
It's crazy.
Anyway, so returning to the VCR.
Don't do it
just
again.
Just kidding.
Every time you say I brace myself.
You get ready for
See, that was just pretty.
By the time we get to the end chapters, we're always losing our minds, and this is
Yeah.
Also,
This
Discord blanked out what you said, so
Yeah, you're
we're always
swearing.
losing our
minds.
I filled in the
Unless
blank,
my
but I
mind-
must attest. I did test out to see what that would feel like if I put in like butts or
What?
peni.
Yeah.
You've only got one peni. Let me see it.
You only got one peni? Let me see it.
Okay, back to our fucking jobs. Hang on, what is this? Yep, yeah.
What the fuck?
One of those sports games where they like we're so full of bugs that the models deform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like, have you seen Resident Evil? But the animations
Oh,
are
yeah,
like
yeah,
set
yeah,
to.
yeah.
Oh, the best one
Oh,
is Heavy
100%.
Rain.
Oh, have you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, Ms. Walker announced that the crew would rehearse the whole play from the beginning of Act 2. Then she picked up her script and yelled. All of the pages of the script had been glued together. That's it, she screamed. That was the last joke. The play is canceled. Everybody go home.
Oh no!
What if Glue Phantom?
This was very real for me because
what
what if Glue Phantom?
What if Glue Phantom? Have you ever thought about that? That didn't even occur to me.
Sniff enough of it, and you might see one.
Did y'all ever put glue on your fingers and then like dry
Yeah,
it and then you peel it
absolutely.
off and
Yeah.
you see your fingerprint? Yeah.
Yeah, who didn't?
Yeah.
I'm only human.
And I think we're all kind of freaks.
This was a very relatable moment to me because when we did our class play in eighth grade, our teacher who did that, our music / drama teacher, also had extreme emotional problems and just would occasionally decide to cancel the play or not show up to direct or just leave. And I had to direct instead.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
there you go.
That's pretty nuts.
It is a crazy thing that happened to me.
Chapter 19. Our next scene begins at Zeke's house later on, with Brooke revealing to Zeke that the cancellation of the play was a loathsome chapter ender of a lie. Ms. Walker calmed down in a few minutes, and the play is still going on. So this was the really bad one, where I was like, just kidding. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Brian approached and the dog barked at him. After Brian protests his mistreatment, the dog left the room. Being harangued by a dog for no reason reminds me of a scene from the Garfield musical. Anyway.
No reason, you might say. It's so interesting. The dog barked at Brian. Is this consistency in a shared universe? It probably isn't. It probably means nothing. I'm sure there's no continuity to Goosebumps.
Random shit, yeah. Zeke said, surely this proves someone else is the prankster. There's a phantom, and it isn't me. Brooke mentioned his replacement was doing badly and didn't want to be in the play anymore. Zeke immediately hatched a wild scheme to prove his innocence by finding the real phantom. So the three of them returned to do more breaking and entering at the school. They snuck in through the same windows before and made it to the auditorium. Zeke was determined to find the phantom. Brian said he would stand guard against anyone who would come. Who would come, came the question, to which Brooke said, we've all got to be witnesses if they find the phantom. Brian protested, the phantom is a ghost, right? And then, the fucking images, it was just nothing but bonk, bonk, bonk. Yeah, many GIFs are in the chat right now. Fucked up video game models spinning, bonking each other. That's a question. That's a question.
That's true.
We always ask ourselves at this point in the podcast, usually when our minds are coming unglued. Brian said he would stand guard against anyone who would come. Who would come, came the question, to which Brooke said, we've all got to be witnesses if they find the phantom. Brian protested, the phantom is a ghost, right? And how do you find a ghost? Yeah, fellas, I mean, if those are even real, right? They made their way to the trap door and then wrote it down.
Wrong button, sorry.
Yeah. Hang on. They made their way to the trap door and then they wrote it down.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
We're dying. We're dying,
Jesus
guys.
Christ.
We're going to be the ghost.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay. So they with much quivering and quavering. Wait, they wrote a trapdoor down. With much quivering and quavering, they walked away into the dark tunnel beneath the school. Then Brian called out an alarm. The trapdoor! It's going back up! Oh no! They scrambled, trying to stop the receding of their sole means of escape, but alas, they were trapped. A health bar appeared at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Chapter 20. After panicking, they agreed that they had no choice but to find the phantom. By the way, that scream is from the Goosebumps musical. It's a really funny scream. It's a good scream.
I don't know why I thought it was like Invader Zim or something.
It's got that. There's like definitely a comedy voice guy in there who talks sometimes like this.
That is the
literally the guy.
That's literally the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the
we'll get into it. We'll
musical. They have like a pretty big cast on the Goosebumps musical.
We can't talk about that yet.
Look forward to it. Look forward to it, everyone.
There you go.
They walked until the floor became soft and muddy. The air grew cooler, and they heard a low musical humming. They came upon a door. Zeke called out if anyone was there. There was no reply. They cautiously opened the door. They cautiously opened the door and entered a sparsely furnished room. There was a folding chair, a beat-up couch with a cushion missing, a small unmade bed against the wall, and an old-fashioned record player with a pile of records beside. A bowl, and a box of cornflakes stood on a table. Great.
An AI beginning to malfunction.
Yeah. In alarm, Brian noted the flakes in the bowl were not yet soggy.
Whoa!
Oh my fucking God.
Holy shit.
This is amazing, Brooke said. Someone actually lives down here. But alas, in this moment, she felt a sneezing. Here it came. Here comes the sneezing spell. She sneezed 8 times.
Oh, yeah, my God.
Maybe the mystery person didn't hear. The door slammed shut.
Oh my God.
After a while, they approached the door. It would not budge. We're locked in, Zeke said softly. Chapter 21.
No.
Oh my God.
The three decided to try to batter the door down together. When they prepared to rush the door, Brooke realized they had pushed it to come in, so we have to actually pull it open, right? Oh yeah, said Zeke. He pulled open the door easily, and oh gosh, oh God.
You, R.L.
Yeah.
Stein. He can't keep getting away with it.
He can't keep getting away with it.
They pulled open the door. He pulled open the door easily, and oh gosh, oh God, oh golly gee, who could be standing there but Emil, the fake night janitor? He blocked the door and glared at the three. Chapter 22. You are the Phantom, cried Brooke. Emil said, yeah, I guess I am kind of.
But like not completely.
Yeah. He admitted, of course, that he was behind the sabotage. When asked about what happened 72 years ago. 72 Well, years is already like that. 72 years ago. And why he disappeared that night. Emil said he's not that old. He's just a poor homeless guy living here for the past 6 months, trying to keep people away from his subterranean home. He added he didn't really know what they meant with all that phantom talk. But you're ruining it for me, aren't you? He said, stepping towards them with a menacing expression.
Yup.
What are you going to do to us? Said Brooke. I guess I'll just have to make sure you can't talk anymore. Chapter 23. By filling your mouths up with yummy food, he finished. He made them delicious pastas and cakes. They visited him every school lunch and sometimes came over for dinner. And everyone had a delicious food from then on, and no one cared about the silly play or even school anymore. The end. Yeah,
That's
Did
cool.
anyone else? I think it was Quest of the Delta Knights, the MST3K episode. But when they go into the room and it's like clearly someone's living there, and then Emil shows up, I thought of that quote from MST3K where it's like, "Do you live here? Ew!"
Bitch, you live like this?
Bear's like, I bet you live like this?
Oh man, I don't have that picture on lock. Oh, yeah, there it is. I love her bashful look. It's really good.
Just like, oops. Oh man. It looks like she has a television on her head. Anyway, never noticed that.
It's behind her.
Wow, it's behind her, but it really does.
It really does look like a cap.
Damn,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah.
You live like this?
Yeah.
I'll fucking do it again.
Oh, you got to do his scream spiritually. Just like we're cycling
All right.
through it. Tea's ready.
Put the kettle on. Take the kettle off. Tea's ready.
Yeah, you ruined everything, Emil said, really menacingly. The three
stupid
children
bitch.
suddenly heard the trap door working, and I'm gonna carry us home. And they dashed for the trap door. Emil didn't chase them as they ran, but sadly repeated that they had ruined everything. Before they made it to the trapdoor platform, though, they encountered Zeke's dad. Questioning ensued, including a question about what man's voice had called out. Brooke immediately narked out Emil, saying a homeless man lived beneath the stage. Zeke's dad called the cops, but Emil had already fled by that point. All of the other characters in the story, Zeke, Brooke, Brian, Ms. Walker, Tina, Zeke's dog, and dad, and two cops, stood on the stage, side by side, and dusted off their hands, saying in unison, well, that's totally resolved then. Chapter 24. It was the night of the performance. Brooke had opening night jitters. She ran into Zeke in his costume and mask, but wow, he looked so real. Brooke greeted him, but was met only with a formal bow from the waist, and they ran on stage. The first act went well, and Brooke was having fun performing for the people.
For the people.
At the end of the first act came the Phantom's arrival via a trapdoor and a mist of blue fog. He appeared on cue with his black cape billowing out. Brooke said her line, but as the spotlight fell on the Phantom, she saw his eyes through the mask and realized instantly it was not Zeke. Chapter 25. Brooke kept saying her lines.
We need to combine powers now.
Oh man, we're gonna have by the end of this. Once we all have roadcasters, it's just gonna
It's going to be
a loop
endless.
of
This podcast is
screams.
going to be
It's
unlistenable.
going to be insufferable. I gotta send you all the goofy scream.mp3 so we
man.
can all do it.
I think that's too much power. Brooke kept saying her lines while the Phantom. While the Pantone deviated wildly from his color, from the script.
Colorful Phantom.
Yeah. He said he has lived in the theater for over 70 years. He was the original star chosen for the play, but an hour before it was to start, he fell through the trap door like a chump and died. He came back, waiting for the night he could finally play his Greatest role. The audience, unmiffed by the norting of the Phantom, applauded. They bowed. Fog billowed over them. He pulled off his mask to reveal Chapter 26. Just kidding. We need to dance around this for a bit longer. Brooke squinted into the fog. Then the spotlight blinded her. Then the Phantom was covering his unmasked face with both hands. She reached up to pull away his hands. The Phantom cried out to stop. Then he staggered back and lost his balance. Oh no! He fell backwards into the open trap door and vanished into the fog. She heard him scream the whole way down. Oh, Bob, if you will.
Nice.
That's live performance.
That's very good.
That's how we do.
Yeah. The audience.
Please continue.
The audience cheered even more. Wow. Brooke then saw Zeke running towards the stage. Yeah. You can go ahead. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
Sorry, I like that one a lot.
Yeah. Zeke explained that he had been knocked out.
Nice.
This is a problem.
Yeah. We'll eventually not stop doing this. Brooke told him about the really real Phantom showing up, and they rode the trapdoor down to find the end of the story, but they found nothing. Ms. Walker approached, praising the new lines. Whoever wrote them, whoever the Phantom was, she's really checked out. They went to their lockers, and Brooke found hers open. There was a yearbook from the 1920s in her locker with an article about the play to be performed. It contained a photo, a small black and white photo of the boy who had played the starring role. And that boy was
John Cena!
Yeah. What was it?
Jesus. Right.
That's who it was. It was John Cena. Reader, that's all you get.
Like Mario just gave up and or just walked out.
Yeah, it was Brian. It was Brian. You knew it.
It was Brian. Hi, Brian.
Right,
Bye, Brian.
That's the end of the book, actually.
For whatever reason, my audio completely cut out there, but that's fine. I don't need it. Like, my audio
no,
cut out
you do need
exactly
it.
when Brandon was about to say who the ghost was. My audio cut out completely.
I think I know why. Because Brandon played the loudest fucking MP3 I've ever heard. And you play it again. Will it fuck his audio up?
Let's see. A small black and white photo of the boy who had played the starring role. And that boy was
John Cena!
So fucking loud.
That's crucial to the meme. It has to be clipping.
I adjust the podcast for loudness, so nothing can be too loud. But listener,
Well, there's your
that
ceiling.
legitimately is the loudest fucking shit. It's crazy.
Holy cow!
Yeah, I'm awake now. Better than
Also,
coffee, baby.
you can insert the MP4 file I sent into at any point in this part of the story or the TV episode or wherever, because this is how I feel reading this part of the book. Because she specifically says like the problem started at the end of Act 1, and then this happens, and all this shit happens, and I'm sorry, did we reveal who the ghost was, actually?
Yeah, it's Brian.
John Cena.
Okay, John Cena. And then they're like, there's like a whole standing O, everyone really loves this, and then the play has to keep fucking going.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 5 scenes left in this play.
There are?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Which also, that keeps going, and their lines were changed, so now the story doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, it's just like, well, okay. Also, did everybody see the kid fall into the trap?
Yeah, that kid died. You see that? Like,
I think it was only Brooke. Or no, actually,
the audience saw it, like,
applauded.
yeah.
They thought it was great.
yeah,
They heard him scream
I
and
love
die.
that shit.
they liked it when he died.
Yeah.
We liked it.
Audience bloodthirsty, famously. And with that, thank you so much, Brandon. Thank you so much, Mario. And let's go to TV episode discussion.
TV.
I love TV. Guess what?
What's up?
This episode is pretty good.
Yeah?
Pretty fucking good.
You think?
Honestly, one of the stronger TV episodes of Goosebumps, in my opinion.
I have similar opinions about this that I do the book, with regards to its structure and its nature. Now, I think it's interesting that the TV show begins by giving Brooke psychic powers, and that she is a scanner. I think that's interesting that she has a vision of the play that is to come.
Yes. Did you also enjoy when she was looking at the cast, found her name, traced it across the page to Esmeralda, and then used a red pen to underline Esmeralda?
You know what?
It's like, which one? Okay, this one. That's the
Yeah, you wouldn't want to lose your place there, Brooke.
Also, the kid who comes in immediately after that scene. Hey, way to go, Brooke.
Way to go, Brooke. Esmeralda's a way cool part.
It's a way cool part.
Why do you sound like that? He's sincere. He's like giving her a compliment, but he sounds like such a fucking asshole. Nice way to go, Brooke.
He's like, this is my character.
This is my. I believe is that Corey or is that meant to be Zeke? I forget. No,
that's not Zeke. That's
gotta be
not
Corey.
Brian. That's Corey. Yeah.
It's Corey. Because Zeke comes in Phantom costume.
Yes. It's the famous commercial break jump scare, the cliffhanger of donning the Phantom outfit. A lot of stuff to notice at the very beginning of this. I don't think much has changed at this point. We're jumping right into them, like sort of practicing. But the Linda, or what's her name?
Tina.
Tina. The girl who plays Tina acts with her eyebrows in such a fucking funny way.
It all started the year the school was built. The drama club was putting on the same play we are. The night of the play, the boy who was supposed to play the Phantom disappeared. They searched everywhere. His parents were freaking out.
The girl that plays Tina is also in Phantom of the Megaplex, which is very funny to me. That very close together, she managed to do 2 Phantom adaptations. She's also a voice actress. So consider that. Just consider that.
Considered.
I'm considering it.
The guy that played our friend. Well, he hasn't appeared yet. Sorry, so we'll say nothing. I'll say nothing about our friend. We have none. Nope. Go on.
We have no friends. I love Corey slowly going down. The main difference from the TV episode to the book is the TV episode, the trap door, is comically slow.
Yeah.
It does not allow for anyone to do a quick getaway. And at one point later on, the Phantom hops on it to like escape.
Yeah.
It's slow. He's like got his cape up around his mouth and he's like just done a dastardly deed. And it's just, you can hear
it's very silly. They had to be safe, you know. They had to be safe for these kids.
Yeah.
He gets on his scooter and drives away at 2 inches an hour.
It's fantastic. So yeah, Corey gets slowly lowered down in the trapdoor, and they have to raise him back up. They do the book thing. Zeke and Brooke stay after to test out the trapdoor, and they go all the way down. And actually, I don't know if you guys felt this way. They did a really good job making the lower level creepy. And I love the idea that when they get down, the mechanism sort of jolts a little bit, causing Brooke to drop her glasses and she can't see.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's pretty smart. That's a smart way to do it.
Yeah.
They I guess they then meet. They meet Emil, right? Very briefly.
You're missing a key scene.
Okay, lay it on me.
When they were about to go back up, Zeke gets a rubber rat thrown on his shoulder.
Beautiful.
Rat's famous for jumping on people.
So I mean, basically, the thing that they do, I think, correctly here in this episode is they reorder the events in a way that makes it a little better. So I mean, of course, next is Brian showing up. Brian, who apparently is in Donnie Darko.
Yes.
Okay, like, huh? We get the message in the locker with the mask and everything like that. The events basically, I mean, because of the fact that the way the episode is paced and is shorter, the events happen like back to back to back to back, and there's not like the stretching of this book does not happen as a result. And like they don't go to the auditorium after dark, leave, and then go back to the auditorium after dark at a later. You know, like there's only one instance of this happening. You know, when they go and find the stage destroyed, that's like directly leading into the Zeke being found, and then immediately leading into the we have to clear my name thing. Like there is no, you know what I mean? Like it's like turn around instantly. We have to go back and clear my name and find the guy.
Yeah. I also think they do a better job like making characters more prominent or easier to register, because the principal comes up, and instead of Zeke's dad, who just randomly happens to be at the school in order to save the kids, the principal says that is there and is like you meet him. He's a character. He's named in the book, but you only really interface with Dot, his secretary. Yes, but he serves multiple purposes, and he comes back up.
It is significantly smarter to have the teachers find them after hours because they were having a teachers conference than having Zeke's dad just randomly show up. Also, the thing that works is the principal tells Brooke they don't have a night janitor. But we do not, because they've cut a bunch of scenes, we don't have the kids going to report to Mrs. Walker that they met this guy, and Mrs. Walker just like flatly ignoring this fact, and we avoid the dumb conflict of them not referring to him by name and constantly referring to him as the Phantom, which it's like the one that greatly bothered me about this book is like a lot of the stuff that would eventually that makes this book a flawed work. And a lot of the ways that the events of the story play out are directly because the kids have to act a specific way that doesn't really make a lot of sense, even if they're kids. Like, even for kids, I think if you met a guy who said, "My name is Emil, I'm the night janitor," and then the next day someone told you, "We don't have a night janitor," I don't think you would immediately assume he's a ghost. And that you would then, and then when you spoke to every other person in the book, you only ever referred to him as the ghost. You know, like, it requires an extreme level of mental gymnastics to get to these kids talking to their teacher about this encounter and never saying, "Yeah, he said his name was Emil, the night janitor, but the secretary says we don't have one of those." Like, it's wild to me. And like, I can get a teacher ignoring this if they think that the kids are like making up a story. But if you had said that information, I don't think that the teacher would be able to ignore it. Do you know, like, that's like, it's such a difficult thing to suspend my disbelief on that particular issue, because it's such an obvious way to work around this, and it's like so obviously forced, and it bothers me a great deal. But anyway, Emil, the homeless person who has committed the sin of being homeless, is going to jail or whatever the fuck, and we get to have our fun play again in the show.
Yay. The unquestioningness of the kids being like, that's fine. Wait, we just evicted him? That's cool. I want to be a landlord someday. The price, I had to raise the price because I thought of a bigger number.
It's true. Also, I'm seeing that Brian actually is also plays Ralphie on the Magic School Bus.
Nice.
So his name is Stuart Stone. So just a little factoid. For anyone who's interested in that.
That's a pretty tough name for Ralphie.
That is a pretty tough name for Ralphie.
Every time these kids use the trap door, it's kind of terrifying because there's nothing preventing them from like having their fingers like around where the trap door meets the like floor. You can easily get your shit chopped off that way. Or I was talking to Rachel about this, like having the Phantom who has a cape, getting the cape stuck as it's going down and just getting hung from this fucking trapdoor going all the way down. It's like, anyway, a lot of fucked up shit that could happen there.
Capes are dangerous.
Yeah. But basically nothing really changes. It's the same story, really.
Do you want to talk about the part where the Phantom appears and the fucking fires of hell are in his eyes?
I guess the kid like went to hell for some reason. Like I guess
all kids do.
All kids go to hell.
All kids go to hell.
Yeah, all kids go to hell.
So yeah, more Phantom. Pit of Sauron in his eyeballs. Brian, I think that's his name. Brian's mutton chops are fantastic. Magnifique.
Yes, I do like that.
Just incredible stuff. Incredible stuff.
We aspire to such.
The only other notable thing that happens here is at the very end where they dramatically zoom in on a picture of Brian Colson, and they're like, "Is this Brian Colson? It's Brian Colson. I think that's Brian."
Yes, they're very incredulous. Like,
yeah. Other than that, like, fucking good episode. Like, I don't really have any notes on that one. If that's is that all we wanted to say about that one?
I mean, what I would say is this, and this is to do with the general feeling I have towards this book. But my problems with the episode are my problems with the book, which are
pretty similar.
I mean, so I think that my real genuine critiques of this book are that this book is this book should have been a Fear Street book.
Yeah.
First, yeah, I noticed. Did anyone else get like the sort of like romance stuff, the light, kind of like will they date or something, like kind of stuff
that
in there?
The musical expands on that a bit as well.
The musical does. It feels very much like this. First of all, subject matter feels like this should have been a Fear Street book, and secondly, it needed like 100 more pages. And the reason I say that is not because I think this book that, R.L. Stine is so compelling that I really wanted to read 100 more pages, but this book has a lot of ideas and not enough time to do any of them. So instead, R.L. Stine, whoever wrote this, because I do agree with Brandon, there's some stuff in here that does feel like this is not R.L. Stine. There is some stuff that definitely does feel like R.L. Stine. For example, a whole chapter of someone opening a locker, but there's definitely some stuff in it that the kids are written in a way that I don't often associate with the way R.L. Stine writes kids. They're almost too likable for his protagonists. Yeah,
and the pages just look different. I'm gonna say there's a 90% chance the reason that the book looks exactly the way that it does is that R.L. Stine had like a bullet point or two per chapter, and the one where they're just opening his locker only had that in it, and so the poor ghostwriter had to like keep writing that event happening for 2 pages.
What I think is like it has a few options, right? This can be a ghost story, right? About a cursed play, a spooky supernatural tale. This can be a whodunit, you know.
It feels like it's eating its cake, having its cake and eating it too.
It feels
in that way.
It's trying to be both, but it has no time for either. Is the truth, because like there's not any serious consideration given to the fact that Tina could be the Phantom. Like it's not real. It doesn't really fit. I also think that another option could be to more directly adapt Phantom and have. It's an interesting choice to make Brooke the star, whereas in Phantom, Christine is the understudy, right? And I think like it would make sense for Brooke to be the understudy and to have the Phantom be sabotaging things in such a way that to get rid of Tina, and then you could have is it Zeke because he's Brooke's friend, is it Brooke? We don't know. Is it another third party? Whatever. I think that you could make this a whodunit story, but you need more time to sit with the cast to set up reasons why you could reasonably believe it to be other people, because there is no reason to think it's anyone other than the night janitor. I mean, that like it's not. I mean, like it just immediately within 2 chapters of having met this guy, it's him. So I think that's a problem. And also, if you're going to make it a ghost story and have Brian be this ghost kid, it also doesn't do very much with that angle either. Brian just kind of suddenly is a ghost, and there's not really any setup to this whatsoever to make this feel like a payoff to something. The musical also fixes this a little bit.
I was going to talk about it in the review, but we're talking about it now.
I think we're in the review. I think we're here.
Yeah, or well,
Yeah,
our
I could officially say that it's the review.
I'm sorry, I jumped the gun. We're in the review. Fuck.
Yeah, I think that this is a problem. I think like we were talking about this, how this might actually be a problem with several of the Goosebumps books, where it's not necessarily just like stretching. It's like the format forces it to be 75 to 100 pages or whatever. And that like basically prevents you from making a real mystery or developing that much. So even if you wanted to write, and like I get the sense from whoever actually wrote this book, that they could have written much more. They were able to make the guy opening his locker take 2 pages. Like this person had volume. The pages look different than the R.L. Steiny ones. Like there's just way more text on the page. But because it was like they had to stick within 75 pages, or like 100 pages, whatever it is, they couldn't actually develop the mystery that much. And so, yeah, we all felt like this guy actually wanted more time, more space, and didn't get it. And so like the format forces you to not really make, you know, lengthier books, even when the material would justify it. And that may have been some of the problem with the prior books as well. Like he was just like in between a rock and a hard place. He's like, well, I could make this better, but I would actually need more space, and I just don't have that.
It's yeah. I mean, I think that like what I think is the hook of this book is really strong, and the first few chapters are really strong, and I would say easily among the best of the series. And then it sort of falls prey to the fact that it is a Goosebumps book. And I think that maybe in the setting of Fear Street, it could be better. And also in Fear Street, they could probably have more real threats to people. They could have kids maybe being injured in some way, you know, like that would add some tension to this story.
Tina gets spirited away.
Yeah, like there's kind of a Casper element to Brian. That for a Fear Street book, there you could really mess with like potentially falling in love with that kid and then kind of doing like a phantom, like an actual phantom kind of thing.
Yeah,
but more like ghost kind of stuff. But
yeah,
there's just room here for more.
Yeah, it's good.
I think
it's good basis for something. But yeah. Not to say it's not to say it's like bad or anything. It's definitely not.
I think it's fine. I think I would call this a perfectly fine Goosebumps book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to like launch into our reviews?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Who wants to start?
Me. Fuck it.
All right,
I'll
Mario.
I'll do it live.
Fuck it. Fucking thing sucks.
As you remember, fucking thing, it doesn't suck. Okay, as you know, my review system is a three-pronged attack on literature. The first venue, right? The first realm of danger that we enter into is the relatability, aka the kids zone. Now, I actually think this book is pretty relatable, honestly. I think these are like relatable kid protagonists. They feel kind of nuanced. They have stuff going on. They have some internal stuff going on. I think a school play is a relatable event in kids' lives. I think a lot of the events in this are believable and relatable, and again, in a different book they'd be better. But for me, it's like a 9 out of 10 in relatability for kid. I think, and that's a success. Minus the fact that they're a little annoying at times, and Zeke kind of sucks, and they do some things that are not believable. I'm gonna still give it a 9. That minus 1 point for that, but it's still okay. Number 2 would be scariness. Is this book scary? I don't think this book is very scary. If I'm being honest, I think if I were a kid, this book the cover would have done nothing for me to scare me. And I don't think there's any event in this book that really makes it scary. So it's going to be like, they go into the basement. That's kind of spooky. There's a cursed play story. I'll give it a 3, but I can go no higher. And Stein factor is an interesting question because much of this book does not feel very R.L. Steiny at all. It's a much more like competent, confident, nuanced storytelling going on. And yet at times it's extremely R.L. Stein. So let's split the difference and call it a 5. It's a 50%. Sure. 50% Stein. Yeah. I mean, again, I think Stein. I think that it's perfectly fine. I think that it's by no means a bad Goosebumps book. It's also by no means one of the best Goosebumps books, even though it starts that way. So I think that that's like a inherent, I don't think it's going to be anyone's favorite, realistically. And as I understand it, this did not get a physical reprint in the original reprinting of these books. So it doesn't, like, it did eventually get reprinted for Classic Goosebumps, but it was not it's excluded from the first reprinting run of these books. And that doesn't really shock me.
Would it shock you to learn that I did a lot of research, like looking at Reddit, and specifically the shout out to the Goosebumps subreddit. Y'all have a lot of interesting convos going on there. Like, does anyone remember Phantom of the Auditorium? Which, yes. So the general consensus that I've seen from both Reddit, YouTube, and Goodreads is that this is actually a lot of people's favorite book. And I think that is the case because it specifically references Phantom of the Opera, which a lot of people reference in their reviews, and the people who say that they really like this, it's because they're a fan of musicals and they like the synergy there.
Well, they've got something coming. They've got a full ass musical just for them.
Yeah. I think a few people specifically mentioned the musical being the thing that's like stronger than the book, but they still really, really like the book. So yeah, I think it was like maybe some people appreciated the musical and then came to the book and they associate like their love. I don't know. Anybody out there who this is your favorite book, definitely hit us up in the comments. Let us know. I for one am fascinated in what your thoughts are and why you like this one. But yeah, Brandon, can you tell us why you like or don't like this one?
Or perhaps
if Mario's done.
Yes, I'm done.
Okay.
It's time for my patented, unpatented, revoked the patent review process. Mind of a Child and the scare for adults who read mostly children's literature. Mind of a Child. I like the mystery. It's very wordy in the middle and a real slog, but I like that the ghost was real, and I like those stories where a ghost is compelled to reenact its tragic death and thereby haunt a place. There was actual interest in the plot. I give it 6 pogs and half a slammer out of 10.
Nice.
The scale for adults who read children's literature. It was mostly pleasant, though very wordy and stretchy in the middle. We talked about this, how a lot of the problems of Goosebumps come from the format. The book can't be long enough to actually develop the mystery. Overall, though, I thought it was fine. I'd give it 3.5 out of 5 mortgage payments.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's good. So, for me, I am going to update my ranking.
Okay. So
my ranking, where I've got this one right now, I'm kind of vibing with it. I have it at 8 out of 10. So that would put it right under One Day at Horrorland, which is 8.5, and Welcome to Dead House, which is 8. So it would share the ranking, but I think I like Welcome to Dead House a little bit more.
I definitely like Dead House more.
Yeah, and Werewolf of Fever Swamp right below it at 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Let's go ahead and launch into some Goodreads Reads.
Take us there.
I got a few quotes, including an audible quote. Who would like to read this insanity?
Audible.
Sure. Just yeah. Okay.
Fuck us up.
Okay. Wow.
Shake it out. Shake it out.
How do you do emojis in speech? This is an interesting question.
I got you.
Do you got me?
Yeah. Just start talking.
All right. The problem is this looks like a copy pasta sex message. Is the thing? Like,
yeah.
So it's like, wow, this is one of the best R.L. Stine books. At first, I thought the homeless man was the Phantom. I mean, that's okay, all right. That is pretty. I mean, you are capturing the spirit of throwing a bunch of emojis into a message. But I'll try to do it.
What happens if you can you spam the fart sound?
Let's see.
No,
it's bad. It's bad.
It's at the latch. So
all right. Let me give this a shot here. Okay.
Go for it.
Wow, this is one of the best R.L. Stine books. At first, I thought that the homeless man was the Phantom. Woo! Then wasn't. And then, what about that guy?
Okay, well, I'm putting that on my soundboard.
It's actually how many?
I did all of them.
17 in a row.
I did them all.
17 emojis in a row on that one part.
It's crazy.
I want to say I hit them all. Brian, I suspected something. New kid. Huh? Yeah, you're gonna know something is gonna do it. What? You're gonna know? Huh? Yeah, you're gonna know something is gonna do it. Turns out, no spoiler. Paul Mitchell, September 1st, 2024.
No spoiler.
Turns out, no spoilers.
I hope he had to do a book review and he turned us into his teacher.
All right, Brandon, as soon as you see this one, say it.
Okay. Not bad. I've read worse. I didn't like it. 3 stars.
Wow. The triality of man.
Here, Mario, do this one.
The door fiasco was just stupid. I guess Fright can do that. 3 stars.
The scariest part was how many times they described the teacher as skinny. 3 stars. And I'll do the last one. This is definitely the worst R.L. Stine that I've read for book club. He should have been sued for copying Phantom of the Opera. Lame book. 1 star.
Wow. The
Fuck
danger.
you.
That's the danger.
Harsh but unfair.
Yeah.
And with that, thank you so much for listening, y'all. If you want to support us, patreon.com/youcan'tscareme. We are also on youcan'tscare.me on Blue Sky. And yeah, just a reminder, you do not have to pay to follow us on Patreon. You could just sign up there and it's cool. You'll get all the episodes plus bonus episodes and all that stuff. It's a good time. And with that, what's this next book? Mario, could it be? Do my eyes deceive me? Is the next book Attack of the Mutant?
Whoa! Hold on to your fucking hats, kids. The mutant's coming.
That's a mutant. Oh.
Actually, I happen to know a little thing about the Attack of the Mutants. So what I would really say is, like, look out, chum. The mutants are going to attack. Tune in next time. Same podcast time. Same podcast channel.
Oh, and look forward to the musical sub-episode, bonus episode.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that one. But yeah, I'm excited for Attack of the Mutant. I remember it. I remember the cover.
Yeah.
I remember it was one of the, I think, what was the last book I read? I think it was around Haunted Mask 2. No, it was Egg Monsters from Mars and Beast from the East were like the last 2 that I read.
I'm excited about the book. I'm excited about the TV show. I'm excited about the video game.
Hell yeah. I do remember the video game. So yeah, we'll get there. And with that, how do we want to end this? Guess maybe we don't even need to. Fucking gross.